Today's triple header, parents, grandparents, even some surprise guests, all in attendance to catch this first ever event in San Antonio. Let's go.
I'm KSAT 12's RJ Marquez.
And I'm Alicia Barrera. Welcome to our private party for KSAT Insiders.
We'll show you what's happening up here and how you can become a KSAT Insider.
That way you don't miss any of the fun.
Hi, everyone. It's Mike and Fiona from SA Live. We have got every halftime covered for you.
All the marching bands, dance teams, cheerleaders, you'll see their performances at halftime.
Not only is this a really big day for all the players,
but for the bands, dance, pep, and cheer squads, too.
Hi, everybody. Bobby Stotzenberger along with Andy Skelton. We are getting set for the first game of the Pigskin Classic as Smithson Valley takes on Reagan. Andy, it's going to be a great day of football.
It'll be a lot of fun. First game of the season. Be ready to rock and roll.
All right, folks. Join us at 11:30 for Smithson Valley Reagan.
And thanks, everyone. Now, there's plenty of history surrounding this first matchup between Smithson Valley and Reagan. This is the first time in 10 years the Rangers will compete at the Class 5A level. It's also the first time these two powerhouse programs will meet in the regular season since 2009. It's the revival of the old Town and Country Bowl, with the Rattlers representing town and the Rangers representing country.
It's pretty exciting, you know. That's probably the biggest stadium we've ever played in, or personally me, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
I've never played in the Alamodome. I've been to it, UTSA games, stuff like that, but I've never played in it. I'm so excited. I'm ready to go. And I got a couple friends in Reagan, too, so.
We're fired up, you know. Not a lot of teams get to play in the Alamodome, and we're one of the lucky few. It's all about little things, one play at a time. It's not about, hey, let's end into the end zone. It's first down, first down, first down.
It's going to be a really good experience. You know, all the fans going to come out. We're going to put on the show for them, and we just ready to work.
High school football season. Here it is, KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your SA area Chevy dealers. 11:30 this morning, Smithson Valley versus Reagan. Then 3:30 this afternoon, Judson versus Johnson. I'll be working that game. And 7:30 tonight, talk about a big showdown. Steele taking on Brennan. Now let's check in with Jen Tobias Stresky and our special guest.
Hi guys, here with me today is Daryl Dixon, the president of the San Antonio Area Chevy Dealers Local Marketing Association. Hello.
I'm doing fine, and you?
Yes, great. Okay, this is huge. We're talking 3 big games, 6 high schools involved. How excited is the San Antonio Area Chevy Dealers to be involved?
Oh, we're very excited. You know, as you know, high school football in the great state of Texas is huge. So the San Antonio Area Chevy Dealers are very happy to be a part of this.
Yes, tell us about your involvement with other local events here in the community.
Well, we're always great to be involved in as many local events as we can, supporting schools, education, Fiesta, San Antonio Missions baseball, Texas Little League baseball. I mean, it's all a very proud part of us being something we can be involved in.
Yes, and do you have any predictions for this first game?
I like Smithson Valley in this one.
Okay, so we're in football season. Do you have anything that you just love about football season?
Well, I think a lot of it's just family and friends getting together and bringing your favorite snacks and maybe some adult beverages and rooting for your favorite team.
All right, and do you have a go-to snack for when you watch the game?
I'd have to say sausage queso.
All right, sausage queso. That sounds amazing, making me hungry. After game 1, we will be taking a look at this beautiful Silverado behind us and how easy it is to buy a new Chevy. Back to you, Greg and Larry.
All right, thank you very much, Jen. Now let's find out what you get on special occasions like this when we become a KSAT 12 Insider.
For more on that, let's check in with our RJ Marquez and Alicia Barrera.
Hey, you guys, it's been a lot of fun. We've been having fun since doors opened. And good news, the KSAT Insider event is sold out.
Yeah, completely sold out for all 3 games. This is a free membership program where you get first dibs on events like this one. You get some swag like this, all the fun stuff. You get to meet us, kind of intermingle with us, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Already a lot of people have been walking in here.
You don't even have to wait till halftime because we have special performances over here by our KSAT team. There you have our producer, one of our photojournalists, and of course you can't miss Sarah Agosta. We'll be bringing you all the fun. Back to you guys.
We're in the wrong place. Right. We need to be up there in KSAT 12 Insiders. Thank you very much, Alicia and RJ. It's time now for our first break. When we come back, you're going to hear from both head coaches because we are near kickoff as we speak.
But first, let's check in with our Adam Caskey, who is enjoying today's games, and of course that crazy, fun Adam Caskey way.
Once it gets to 80.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. El Cañón de Casquirón
has a whole new purpose today. All right, that should be good. Today, we are launching T-shirts.
You ready? Come on. There we go. You ready?
Landon, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Being a teen ambassador lets me speak up for teens who might not have a voice and be able to connect with other teens around the city.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
We know the sacrifices you make for a better, brighter future. We know it's never too late to reach your goals. That's why we're here with classes and training to help you get there. From no-cost textbooks and loaner laptops to your own personal success team, we create an affordable learning experience that's made for you so you can make the most of your future. Visit alamo.edu to get started.
Hi, San Antonio viewers. I'm Jeff Davis. Our courthouse isn't just a beautiful historic building. It's a place where wrongs are made right, where your rights are protected. With over 25 years experience, the expert legal team at Davis Law Firm fights for Texans every day.
We recently won a jury verdict in excess of $9.6 million for leg injuries caused to 2 cyclists by the driver of an 18-wheeler.
So if you've been in a car truck wreck, call me at 444. Oh, come on, I have to do this again? And everyone knows this number by now. There's only one number to remember, 4!
The rate preferred MasterCard from Credit Human is almost like magic. Unlike other cards, its unbelievably low rate on balance transfers doesn't expire, so it helps to make your financial stress disappear. You also get a consistently low rate on every purchase you make. It's accepted worldwide, comes with extended warranty and price protection features, and MasterCard's world-class fraud protection. Master financial stress and build more slack with the rate-preferred MasterCard from Credit Human.
Being a teen ambassador gives me a push to be a better leader of my community, and it makes me happy to be of service to someone.
The Smithson Valley Ranger cheerleaders.
You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic.
Let's go Rangers!
And welcome back to the KSAT 12 Pigskin Classic, sponsored by your area Chevy dealers. We are now joined by the head coach of Smithson Valley, Larry Hill. First off, Larry, you've worked really hard over the last couple of weeks preparing for this moment. What was the attitude of your kids as you guys arrived here at the Alamodome?
Well, our kids are excited. You know, it's been a few years since we've been able to play down here, and you know, to play a quality opponent like Reagan, you know, in a setting like this, be a real test for our football team. And when we leave today, I think we're going to be a better team because of it.
What was the message you're going to be giving them as they hit the field this morning?
Well, ultimately, you have to trust your preparation and do what you know to be right, and you know, albeit in a setting that you're not used to being in, and as I said, a quality opponent. So you got to know ahead of time that not everything's going to go according to script, but you got to stay the course and make enough plays to give yourself a chance to win.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for your time and good luck today. Appreciate it. All right, let's take you over to the Reagan sideline. Gabe Farias.
All right, Gabe Farias here with head football coach of the Reagan Rattlers, Lyndon Hamilton. Coach, this is an extravagant event here, not your normal first game of the year. How do you keep your kids focused on football in an event like this?
You know, it's the most important game of the year because it's our first game. Literally, we kind of
had a little throwback like the old Hoosiers coach.
Yeah.
We talked about this field is 100 yards long and 53 yards wide, and our kids are very poised and ready for the challenge today.
Place the importance on making the fewest mistakes, because in games like this, I don't care if it's Pop Warner, NFL, or college, teams that make fewest mistakes in these first games are the ones that come out ahead.
They understand the emphasis of taking care of the ball. We know that this Smithson Valley is going to do a great job on their end of trying to take care of that pill, and on our end, we got to take it from them, and we can't give it to them. So, it'll be a 4-quarter football game, and as long as we take care of the rock, we like our odds.
All right, Coach, best of luck today.
You betcha.
There you go. All right, there you go. Greg, Larry, back to you.
All right, thanks to both head coaches. Good luck to both teams today. We're just minutes away from kickoff, waiting for the players to run out onto the field, and we're ready for some football today with Game 1 between Smithson Valley and Reagan. Time for us to get out of the way and head to the booth.
That's right. Bobby Stotzenberger and Andy Skelton are standing by, so we'll see you right after the game with highlights and post-game reaction.
Hi, we're the Reagan Rattler cheerleaders, and you're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic. And we'll be right back.
KSAT 12 will broadcast and sponsor the biggest celebration in San Antonio. Join us for Dia de los Muertos at Hemisphere this October. Come be a part of the best fall festival in the nation, featuring 50 altars honoring families and loved ones, plus special tributes, live music, free for the whole family. Come see this big attraction starting October 29th. Then watch us on Sunday, October 30th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Dia de los Muertos at Hemisphere, only on KSAT 12.
It doesn't matter how big the company is. It doesn't matter what excuses they're making. We'll get you justice. Always remember, Game's law fights.
Do you like going fast? Because I do. Hi, this is Jeb Burden with the John Wayne Service Company number 27 race car. I'm encouraging you to join the Fast Track to the Trades with John Wayne Service Company. Enroll in the John Wayne Academy for technical excellence today and change your life with a career in HVAC, plumbing, or electrical in just 90 days. Get paid to learn a trade. Take it from me. Get on the Fast Track to the Trades and call John Wayne Service Company 293-6700.
Need a new car, but don't have a down payment? Mission Mitsubishi says no problem. We've got 4,500 dealer bonus cash for everyone who buys a new Mitsubishi. Plus no payments for 3 full months. You can drive home a new 2022 Outlander with zero out of pocket, or put the 4,500 cash back in yours. Use it for your down payment, negative equity, or take the cash. An extra 4,500 dealer bonus cash, trade or no trade, when you buy a new Mitsubishi. Mission Mitsubishi on San Pedro, just outside of Loop 410.
Kids don't pick when they'll be sick, but when the unexpected happens, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center Stone Oak is here. Our expert team cares for kids 24/7, 365. Whether it's fever at 5, bone break at 8, or stitches at 6, we treat all of the aches and ailments that come with childhood fun. The Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center, an ER made just for kids.
From humble beginnings to esteemed personal injury attorney, through it all, Joe A. Gomez remembers his origins. Nothing has changed. Just remember, Gomez Law fights.
Hello, everyone, and the wait is over. The big triple header here at the Alamodome is just moments away as we welcome you to the KSAT Pigskin Classic. Bobby Stotzenberger joined by Andy Skelton here at the Dome. And Andy, a big, big day for San Antonio area high school football. 6 of the best programs in town going head-to-head today, and it all starts here with Smithson Valley versus Reagan. This should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great atmosphere for the kids today. We start out with the Town and Country Bowl. That's what this game is traditionally called. And again, man, what a great way to start the 2022 campaign here. It is the first game of the season, but it feels like playoff atmosphere already, but it's going to be a great day for high school football.
It is a non-district game. Smithson Valley 9-3 last year in 6A. They moved down to 5A Division I. They're expected to make some noise at that level. Reagan 7-4 last year, a playoff team as well. But, you know, the excitement of this game is going to make these kids really perform well, I think. Plus the 72 degrees in the Alamodome doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, low humidity, these kids, especially these big guys today, it's going to be an awesome atmosphere for the big boys. And again, watching these kids walk in today and look up at the dome and soak it all in, that's what it's all about in high school football, and the rite of passage that these young men get to participate in today.
Well, you talk about the series history. We'll take a look at it here. The Town and Country Bowl, Smithson Valley's won 12 of those contests. Reagan has won 3. We saw that last one, Andy, back in 2020. That was a great playoff game where Reagan took a big halftime lead. Smithson Valley came storming back. We both know these two teams like to get after each other.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Hamilton and Coach Hill, some of the best in the city, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be a dogfight today for sure.
Well, they are not coming in empty-handed. Smithson Valley, let's take a look at their returners. They have quite a few, including one of the best defensive players in the city, Gavin Woods. We'll feature him later. And then Colton Tomlinson, everybody's all-star offensive lineman. We'll feature him as well. But you got a nucleus to work with for Smithson Valley.
Yeah, both of these teams tend to be a little senior-heavy team. But, again, up front, on both sides of the ball, we're going to see some great talent happening with the bigs up front. And, again, of course, the 4-3 defense, legendary under Larry Hill. And Gavin Woods, great, good. Hoping to see some great things out of him today as well. Speaking.
All right, let's go down to the field with the coin toss, and we'll take a look at the Reagan.
Gentlemen, welcome to the opening season, or opening week of the 2022 Texas High School football season, and the opening game of the KSAT Pigskin Classic. What we want out of here today is to fly around, hit hard, play fast, and play within the rules for us, okay? Smithson Valley as the visiting team, you'll have the call on the coin toss. We have a commemorative coin for the 25th year of the Patia Bowl. This is going to be heads. Texas will be tails. Heads. Tails. What is your call?
Tails.
Call is tails. And it is tails. You won the toss.
Refer to the second half.
You want the ball, right? Which way y'all want to kick?
Either one.
Okay. Kick that way? All right. Smithson Valley won the toss. Deferred their choice in the second half. Reagan will receive in the south end zone. All right, fellas, shake hands. Let's have some
All right, there you see it. The Smithson Valley Rangers defer. They will play defense first. As we quickly look at the Reagan starters before we go to break, these are the returners. They have 6 offensive and 6 defensive players back, so it should be a great game. Some nucleus to work with for both teams. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Labor Day savings at Universal start now, San Antonio. Beat the crowds and get huge savings on the vehicle you want.
We have new cars and trucks arriving daily and a huge selection of pre-owned. Hurry in now to get pre-owned cars for payments of just $89. Trucks and SUVs for $149 payments. Plus, get well over book value for your trade and easy financing.
Our huge Labor Day sale at Universal Toyota starts now, so get here fast.
Home of the real deal.
I-35, inside loop 1604.
Superfresh produce brought right to your door. Another reason why here, everything's better. Shop HEB online and get same-day delivery in as little as 2 hours.
If you don't mean it, it's just words. Well, integrity is basically loyalty to be good when no one is watching. So you should do it because you know it's right.
Welcome back. The Smithson Valley Band getting ready for the action here today at the Alamodome. First of 3, a great rivalry here. The Town and Country Bowl renewed here to start the 2022 season. Bobby Stotzenberg along with Andy Skelton. We got some great players, Andy, in this game. Let's first look at the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you're going to love this because the first guy we feature is the big guy. As Colton Thomason and Gavin Woods will be key for Smithson Valley this year.
I tell you what, we've seen Colton Thomason. You see him right here highlighted. He is a physical cat, finishes blocks, kind of guy you want up front right here. I mean, he just likes to put people into the ground, and it's fun to see. He's headed to Texas A&M, and Aggies are going to be happy to get him.
Well, we've been watching him since he was a sophomore, and he's been a great player ever since then. And then on the defensive side, this young man has a nose for the football, Gavin Woods.
Yeah, again, it highlights that 4-3 defense that Coach Hill's known for. He actually gets to the football. He'll come off the edge. He'll come up the middle, depending on what their scheme is. But he is a great, rangy kid at that linebacker position.
And no doubt about it, both of these guys will be the leaders on their respective sides of the football, as Reagan, though, has some guys of their own to counter as we look at the impact players. This young man,
yes,
we've watched him since he was a freshman, and he's been injured a little bit the last 2 years, but he is a great talent.
Welcome back, Carson Green. Glad to see he's back today. He's going to be electrifying for sure.
He is an outstanding running back, and when he's healthy, Reagan's offense is so much better.
Yeah, it helps when you got a speedster like this and a scat cat that's able to make a guy miss like you see right there. And you're going to tackle him, but he's going to be 8, 9, 10, 12 yards down the field.
426 yards last year, but in limited time. They hope to keep him healthy this season. And then, how about this? The kicking game is so important, and Matt Velasco is one of the best in the area.
He was 35 of 35 on extra points tried last year, Bobby, and that's kind of unheard of at the high school level. He wore number 71 last year, but he will wear number 7 this morning here in the Alamodome.
He is, in the kicking game, and that's always not always, but sometimes the forgotten part of a football game. But, over the years, particularly Smithson Valley, I think Reagan's always good in the kicking game too. They always have good kickers, guys that can kick long field goals, kick the ball out of the end zone, punt the ball well. But Smithson Valley in particular stands out in my mind as one of those teams that make a lot of plays in special teams, block kicks, block punts, kickoff returns. That's something Larry Hill has done a great job in his years at Smithson Valley.
Well, I promise, if you're going to be a championship caliber football team, Bobby, you're going to need that third phase, which is the kicking game. And your extra point guys, your field goal guys, they're going to win you some ball games that you might not should win. And, again, both of these teams take care of that third phase of the football game.
Well, Larry Hill's always downplayed this as anybody as a rival. He's got a lot of rivals, but they used to call it the Town and Country Bowl. This is before Piper High School was built, which is pulling from some of the Smithson Valley population. As you see the Rangers coming out, one of those guys will be our John Wayne player of the game, perhaps, if Smithson Valley wins this game. You can vote throughout the game for the John Wayne player of the game. Go to johnwayne.com to select who you think we will pick as the player of the game. But again, going back to that Town and Country Bowl, and this is before Johnson was built, which drew from Reagan. You had bordering schools in that Timberwood Park area. The fans, the community, they know each other as the Reagan Rattlers now make their entrance into the Alamodome.
I'll tell you what, listen to the electricity in this building, Bobby. It's not even noon yet. It's rocking and rolling. Great atmosphere for high school football today. These kids, it's only game one, but it's game one. It is time to get it on.
Well, the two teams have made their way onto the field of play. We'll have the national anthem here momentarily as well. Very exciting. You got to have some determination and stamina today. I know you and I are here for the duration.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's 3 days. We're going to be sleeping well tonight. The KSAT folks have worked very, very hard to bring this special event, and we're happy to have the games right here on KSAT 12. And come on out if you're watching at home right now. We've got 2 more games today as well. 2 really good ones. Judson versus Johnson at 3:30, followed by the nightcap 1 versus 2, Brennan versus Steele. And all these teams are very familiar with each other as well, as they have all clashed on the field. But this is the only one that you could say is a kind of a longer standing rivalry. Johnson and Judson haven't, I think they've only played one time, a couple of appearances between the Brennan Bears and Steele Knights against each other, but these two teams have played 15 times, so there is some history. Let's go to the field, and our color guard will walk out for the playing of our national anthem, and Pat Evans, our stadium in-stadium announcer. job on the national anthem as we are just moments away from this historic event kicking off. Smithson Valley versus Reagan. We'll be back with the kickoff, starting lineups, and more as we continue from the Alamodome. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. It's the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region, and everything must go. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. Visit hottubexpo.com. That's hottubexpo.com.
I was nearly killed by a tractor trailer. I was unconscious in the ICU. I had to have 6 major surgeries for fractures and bleeding all over my body. My children remember to call the Fours. Jeff Davis came to my aid personally. When my case settled, I received $1.75 million. When you call the Fours are with you.
So if you've been in a car or truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Let's go, Gunslingers. Let's go, baby.
We didn't arrive at the hippest hair salon by chance. Nay, we were led here by trailblazing Yelpers, so that we may know the thrill of a hand-painted highlight and the bounciest of blowouts.
And welcome back to the Alamodome, moments away from kickoff. Let's go to our third and fourth members of our crew. David Sears down on the Smithson Valley sideline.
Man, I can tell you guys, it is absolutely electric down here right now. It's a little quiet as the teams get ready for the kickoff. But when the teams came out, these guys were fired up. When they first walked into the stadium earlier this morning, you should have seen the wide eyes and the mouths open looking at this Alamodome. Reagan and Smithson Valley last played here about 10 years ago. I know Smithson Valley hadn't been in here about 10 years, but these fans are fired up, Gabe.
Well, guys, this is as close to a playoff atmosphere that's not in week 11 of the season. It is, I know I don't want to sound redundant, David, but it is absolutely electric on both sides. Both teams with chips on their shoulders. Both teams wanted to get this thing off to a fast start. And one of the questions we both asked both coaches in the pregame show is, how do you take out the noise of the pomp and circumstance that is this event? And it's Hoosier style, man. It's still 2 goalposts, 2 sidelines. Let's get you up and go. And Andy, to speak like yourself, come on, let's get them going. There you go.
Well, this is a great atmosphere. Thank you, guys. David Sears and Gabe Farias, our sideline reporters here today, as Smithson Valley ready to kick it off as they defer to start the game.
I'll tell you what, Reagan won the toss. Or excuse me, Smithson Valley won the toss and deferred. They're going to want this ball in the second half, so they're going to rely on their defense right here to go ahead and get a stop right here, steal that possession back, so make sure that defer pays off for them in the second half here.
You got to love the return man's, one of them's name, Giuseppe Sessi. He's a great defensive back. He's one of the return men back for Reagan. Reagan is officially the home team in their home unis. Carson Green, we highlighted him in the pregame, also back deep. And Clayton Amaya going to kick it off here for Smithson Valley. The KSAT Pigskin Classic is now underway. This one's going to be Giuseppe Sessi from 1 yard deep in the end zone, headed right. And great coverage as expected. Smithson Valley does a great job with that as they come out on offense for the first time here this afternoon. The Reagan Rattlers will come out. There you see them. Up front, you got Peavy, Belts, Chevitt, Juan, and Gomez. The receivers, Sasser and Battles, along with McCabe, Pryor, and Green, the running backs. You'll see Green a lot in the one-back set. And then Jacob Atkins gets the start as the quarterback. They'll go 4 wide, and Green this lone setback on 1st down and 10. Atkins sends Green in motion. Going to throw it out there to him, but slapped down by Smithson Valley. Garrett McClain with the defensive stop there for Smithson Valley. Sets up 2nd and 10. Defensively for the Rangers, they're always good. Bass and Menard up front. Garrett and Herring, the defensive ends. Woods, Richard. Dubzikowski. We literally practice that and still mess it up. And then the secondary you see on your screen as well. So 2nd down and 10 here for the Reagan Rattlers. First possession of the game as the Rattlers shift strength left. Gonna go conventional here now with Carson Green headed left, and the Rangers always stout defensively, and David DeHoyas with the stop for the Rangers.
Yeah, I'll tell you, DeHoyas finished the tackle there, but it was Gavin Woods, number 24, that came flying in there to disrupt the play and let 7, and you see him right there make the play on the first play from scrimmage right there in the run game.
Tell you what, Andy, the defenses, generally speaking, are ahead of the offenses.
Absolutely.
At the beginning of the season, but these two teams and these programs really pride themselves on being great defensively.
Well, again, the speed of the game is where these guys are going to have to catch up offensively. It takes a little bit in the game to do that.
So Atkins in a throwing situation now on 3rd and 11. Looks and fires complete, but that's going to be well short of the first down. Kind of safe there on the first throw, so a 3 and out for the Reagan Rattlers.
You get the ball complete there to Carnell Weatherspoon, looks like, and again, not really enough to get the first down. They're doing a lot of shifting right here, trying to get Smithson Valley to shift their defense and create numbers and come back to it here in the 2nd and 3rd possessions. But in any case, it's going to be punt time here for the Reagan Rattlers.
Freddie DeBose and Braden Bafidis are the return men for the Smithson Valley Rangers. Matt Valeska, we featured him as a kicker/punter for Reagan to punt it away. Good pass from center, and the punt is away. This one, a lot of hang time, a lot of traffic, and Bafidis fields it anyways, and he's got the left sideline. There is a flag down and a cutback, and all the way to the 1-yard line goes Braden Bafidis. That took some stones, Andy, to field it with that kind of traffic around him, but
intestinal fortitude, exactly, to catch that with people barreling down your ear hole and one in your chin. But we got 2 flags actually here, Bobby. Just watch. Good high punt, and like you say right here, to not fair catch this with a green jersey right there in your face. That's a great concentration for a teenager.
Yeah, it was pretty clear.
First down, Smithson Valley.
And we just talked about special teams, Gabe, being a big play making deal in this game, and there it was.
I can't believe that he caught that, Andy. There was, I think, 3 different green jerseys. That was a clear penalty on that. But again, Larry Hill's going to roll the dice in this football game early.
Rangers on offense for the first time. Hanson, Stone, Mack, and Thomason, we featured him. Burt's the tight end. Hunt, Bafidis, and DeBose, the receivers. Bafidis kind of a H-back, receiver/fullback.
He's a hybrid.
Is the running back. We'll give you the defense in just a moment. First down and 10 here for the Smithson Valley Rangers. As Sinlick will hand it off. And a nice cut, but good defense. We know both these teams are built on defense. Reagan rarely, if you look at their stats over the last couple seasons, they rarely allow more than 2 touchdowns in a game in any game, as that's their offense. We'll look at the defense here in just a moment. There. Well, it is the first game of the season. There you go. Right, quick. Wiley and Benavides up front. Benavides, Lawrence, Thompson, and Assessi, and Fletcher, Davison, Assessi in the secondary. As the Rangers will run a little screen out to the right side. This is Claude forward for the first down of the ball game. The initial first down by Smithson Valley's Freddie DuBose into Rattler territory. Freddie DuBose.
Yep. Great job by DuBose right there. Little quick tunnel screen, little slip screen, little 3-on-2 game out there. Great job. You see 40 coming out there, sealing off the inside, allowing DuBose to get inside and go get the extra yardage there and the first down.
Chase Sinelek saw some time last year at quarterback. Sprint out to his left. Has a man and is caught along the sidelines. Nice route there by Clark Kyler. or Kyler Clark, I should say, and a gain of about 7.
Great high percentage pass right that time by Sinolik. Getting him warmed up early here with the high percentage passes, Bobby, and in this loud atmosphere, bands are rocking and rolling, and again, to get your quarterback in the groove, that's exactly what Larry Hill's trying to do here on the first drive for the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Sinolik last year was 23 of 47 passing, 48.9% completion, 318 yards and 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. He backed up Derek Mata, but he saw quite a bit of playing time last year for the Rangers in a 9-3 season, as they will just head down Main Street. Main Street is wide open for Doug Lance as he races forward for a Ranger first down.
Great job by the offensive bigs for Smithson Valley right there, Bobby. What a luxury to have the big bodies you see right there for Smithson Valley. And again, Doug Lance came in with 58 carries, 364 yards, and 5 touchdowns last year, so he's no stranger to the end zone. And again, credit to the bigs up front for Smithson Valley early on right now. They're starting to get lathered up a little bit.
Folks, keep an eye on big 77 Colton Thomas, and he is a special player. He's the right tackle on this play. They're going to run behind him, and they'll try to get to the outside and turn the corner. Was guarded as great as a fetus, although there is a flag on the play.
Both line judges threw a flag here, so it's going to be some sort of neutral zone infraction or procedure penalty here.
Yes, he had a hat on the field, too.
Yeah, that means he had no flag left, Gabe.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Yeah, no more than 4 are allowed in the backfield. That's the call. Yeah, 5 in the backfield, illegal formation.
Correction, second down.
5-yard
That
penalty.
throws the script off a little. Most teams will script about 15 plays.
I tell you what, Smithson Valley's done a heck of a job so far mixing it up. Again, they're on script right now. They're fishing, they're hunting, trying to see what's happening here.
Chase Senelek, the quarterback.
Now they're going their look concept.
Doug Lance is the pistol back, but they've got him in tight on both sides as well. But they'll throw. Senelek throws out. Spot. Nice move after catch. And up to the 22-yard line is TJ Hunt.
I'll tell you what, great ball by Sinolik right there. He stepped into it, put that ball on time. Anytime that route and that ball here, you see him right here, watch him step and get on top of that football right there. That ball's on time. That is a very difficult route to cover when that ball's on time.
Well, TJ Hunt only had 8 receptions last year, but he made the most of them. 156 yards, so about 20 yards a catch and 2 TDs. He was a big playmaker a year ago for Smithson Valley, as they now have 2nd and 4. Senelek will turn in hand, and right down the middle goes Lance, or following Tomlinson, I should say, a little bit to the right side.
I'd follow him too. I'd follow 77 also, man, I tell you. And again, a little short on the first down, but it does bring up a 3rd down and short right here. Real manageable 3rd down for Smithson Valley.
What's so fun over the years watching Smithson Valley is they simplify the game. They do things just very basic, but very well. They're about blocking and tackling.
When you look at their uniforms, Bobby, their uniforms are very Joe Paterno-ish. They're very simple. It's all about playing football, taking care of the little things.
As they will keep it on the ground with Lance. Reagan crashes that one, though, and they'll stop him, setting up a decision here on 4th and 1.
Good job by the bigs for Reagan this time, exerting their will on the front of the Smithson Valley Rangers and stymied that play right there. Decision time here for Larry Hill, and he's going to say we're going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
No real long decision there.
Nah, he didn't even think twice. They already knew 4-down territory probably. Make a statement right here, right off the bat.
Senelek has Lance behind him again. Pistol set. Straight handoff. Lance will get the first down. Good execution there by the Rangers. Body on body up front.
And I'm going to give that first down yardage to number 81. He finished it off right there. TJ Hunt blocking on the outside. Allowed Lance to get up in there and go get that first down here.
Of course, we mentioned that Smithson Valley dropping to 5A Division I because of Piper opening up. This looks like the same old Smithson Valley, doesn't it, so far?
This is the first drive, and it's already halfway through the quarter. That's what you call ball control offense, and that's by design.
Senelek Reverse it. Coming left. And lots of room to the corner. And DuBose will score the first touchdown of the KSAT Pigskin Classic 16-yarder.
Making it look easy. Little trickeration right off the bat, Gabriel. Nothing doing. Nobody home on the backside there. Had them outnumbered.
Yeah, they went right, they went right, they went right, they went right. And here you go. Little end around left, walks into the end zone.
Hey, Gabe, did they go right?
They went left that time. It was correct, though.
Freddie DuBose with a 16-yard run on the... That wasn't a jet. That was really kind of an end-around type of play as Clayton Amaya comes on for the extra point. And this one is good. Smithson Valley 7-0. 5:27 to go in the first quarter play. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers, KSAT 12.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Kids don't pick when they'll be sick, but when the unexpected happens, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center is here. Our expert team cares for kids 24/7, 365. Whether it's fever at 5, bone break at 8, or stitches at 6, we treat all of the aches and ailments that come with childhood fun. The Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center, an ER made just for kids.
So far, so good for Smithson Valley. Their first possession. As we go to the sideline with Gabe Farias.
Yeah, guys, I've got from John Wayne Service.
Now we're going to have to go back to that, folks, in just a moment. The microphone cutting out on us for some reason. Let's take a look at that drive summary there. 9 plays and 58 yards, 443, and then Freddie DuBose finishes it off with the 16-yard run. So Rangers with a 7-0 lead here in the opening game. We'll go back to Gabe in just a moment as the Rangers will kick it off for the second time. A nice kick. And this one will go out of the end zone. Gabe Farias with our guest.
All right, guys. You got me? All right, I got Carlos Felix from John Wayne Service Company. Carlos, first off, on behalf of KSAT and all the folks involved in this, thank you to John Wayne Service Company for investing. Why do you guys invest in these types of community events?
First and foremost, it's our honor to be here. More than anything, what we like to do is invest in tomorrow's future. Student athletes, especially here in San Antonio in our own backyard, gives us no better recognition and praise to give back to tomorrow's future.
And this isn't something you guys just started. You guys have been supporting this for several years.
Yeah, it's now been probably our 6th year that we've been doing the Player of the Game, John Wayne Player of the Game. It's an opportunity to recognize student athletes that are out in the field and not only their accomplishments in the classroom.
That's right, folks. Go to johnwayne.com and pick the Player of the Game. And not only, as we watch the action on the field right now, not only do you guys do that, you guys are also involved with the Gunslingers as well. You guys do a lot here in San Antonio.
That's right. It's about keeping football here in San Antonio. More than anything, we want to make sure that we make it affordable family fun entertainment for the
four men in the backfield.
On behalf of the kids,
5 yards for the previous spot.
Thank you so very much for what you guys do.
Thank you very much. Guns up. Go Gunslingers.
All right, guys, back to you.
That was a nice run by Carson Green, though, was negated, Andy, by the illegal formation by Reagan.
Yeah, and again, this is early season mistakes. And as an offensive coach, it'll make you pull your hair out or make your hair fall out, make you old before your time. But they're going to have to clean that up. 1st and 15, like you said, is a little bit different than 1st and 10 here. But again, let's see what Reagan dials up here.
Smithson Valley executed to perfection on their first drive. This is drive number 2 now for the Reagan Rattlers. For Carson Green. Boy, gets popped there, but he does get back to the original line of scrimmage, and late flags come in.
Another flag coming in right there. He did pick up the penalty yardage here, but let's see.
Referee Kyle Fuhrer.
Holding, number 3, offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Remains first down.
Remember what I said about coaches pulling their hair out?
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Lyndon Hamilton doesn't have much.
That's why. That's what I'm talking about. Now you're smelling what I was stepping in there, Robert. Absolutely. You're in this thing long enough. And again, as a coach, you don't want to see yourself shooting yourself in the foot like that. And you see Smithson Valley coming up right there. They're putting the pop. They're playing physical already.
I mean, you're talking about Jacob Atkins getting his first start, and he's getting put into really bad situations here for Reagan. 1st and 25 now for the Rattlers, all the way back to the 10. Green on the toss. That's not a bad play if it's 1st and 10, Andy, but it's 1st and 25, so minimal gain there for Carson Green.
Yeah, Caden Bradley coming up in there, number 18, making the tackle, shoestring tackle right there before Green can gain momentum and start getting down the numbers there. You don't want Green to get going. Once he gets going, he can scoot.
He can change things in a hurry. I'll tell you what, folks, Smithson Valley looks very prime here, Andy, in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I tell you, in most situations, defenses would like to probably blitz and bring heat here, but traditionally Larry Hill likes to play, sit in his base and let his kids play fast and make the adjustments on that and let the secondary take care of the coverage on the back end.
Throwing down here for Jacob Atkins now, the 6'3" senior quarterback. They take too much time. Oh, my.
Bang, 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 bang. Shot the other pinky toe off.
Delay game, number 16 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
And this, you know, Smithson Valley loves to play the field position battle anyway.
Right.
And Reagan's just helping him out.
You see Coach Hamilton right there, hands on his hip, body language saying, I'm a little frustrated, but at the same time, you got to play it one play at a time. Hey, right now, this play, let's fix it.
Atkins hands it to Green. Little surge that time from the offensive line and a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, you see Smithson Valley, they're really penetrating. You saw linebacker Nicholas Zakowski coming up in there, disrupting the play enough to let his teammates get to the football.
That's Zakowski.
You see him right there, 27. Almost got a hold of Green's foot, but that was enough to let his defense catch up to the football, rally to the ball.
Andy, isn't it funny? It doesn't matter if you're NFL, college, Pop Warner. You make mistakes in week 1, it puts you at a distinct disadvantage in a football game like this.
It's a game of field position, no doubt.
Let's see if Coach Lyndon Hamilton will allow Atkins to air it out here. 3rd and long. Play action. Scrambling, and he'll throw it away.
Yeah, live to fight another down, punt it away right here. Don't do nothing stupid, turnover or pick 6 or any of that. And live to play another down on offense. Let your defense come out and try to slow down the Smithson Valley offense. Here you see him right here, nothing there. Great coverage, zone coverage applied, get rid of the football.
David, the hoopla of this event, but Smithson Valley on that side seems to be really focused and locked in. As Reagan will punt again. So Reagan 3 and out for a couple of series in a row.
Don't think they're going to assume a fair catch this time, guys.
Matt Velasco with a nice punt.
Oh.
Fair catch.
They heard the footsteps that time.
Well, this is really almost, I don't know, it's early in the game, Andy. Almost critical time here for the Rattler defense.
Well, they need to steal possession right here, try to find a way. But again, the methodical ball control offense of Smithson Valley for that last drive is exactly what Larry Hill wants out of his offense.
So out come the Rangers' second possession, and it will start in Reagan territory. Chase Sinelic with Lance behind him on play action, being pressured. Good coverage by the Rattlers as Sinelic will have to take what he can get to the right sideline.
Yeah, he's forced out of bounds that time by number 42, Jet Thompson, junior linebacker rather, right there. Corralled him before he was able to get too much on that to bring up 2nd down and 8. Looked like he was going to get free and get more than that, but good job that time by Thompson.
Smithson Valley with a 7-0 lead. They went 58 yards in 4:43 on their first possession, and Freddie DeBose had a 16-yard touchdown run. Second set here for Smithson Valley offense. Lance blown up, and there's the Reagan Rattler defense that we've known over the years, Andy. They are very tough against the run.
Yeah, McLean Garrett and company in on the tackle on that one. And again, when you're able to hold people up, if you hesitate at all, the cavalry's coming here for the Reagan Rattlers. And again, my bad, that was number 5. That was Kyler Clark. Again, I'm wrong. Caden Wright got six rosters up here, but Caden Wright on the tackle right there for the Reagan Rattlers.
Hey, let me tell you, folks, we put together the program book for this game, and trying to get a roster right at the beginning of the season is quite the challenge, because the coaches are scrambling at the end to see who their varsity guys are going to be. So 3rd and 10 for the Rangers. They'll throw it out in the flat. It's on the ground and incomplete, as it was low to Kyler Clark. And a 3-and-out now for the Rangers. That was a good set of defense,
yes.
Series of defense for Lyndon Hamilton's team.
Well, you watch right here, you watch Sonolik. He just kind of short-armed it right there, and nowhere to go for Clark there, so it brings up 4th down and 10 here.
So out comes Clayton Amaya. So both kickers and punters are the same person for both teams. They do kicking and punting duties. That's a rarity now. It used to be pretty common, but you don't, usually it's one or the other. End over end punt that's going to take a Smithson Valley roll. Will they get it down? Yes, they will. Wow.
Hey, Gabe, tell me the kicking game don't matter, right? It's one of those deals that...
It absolutely matters. Kicking game, it's right now. It's all intangible. Smithson Valley's winning that battle.
Now you got to be careful here, and if you're Reagan, because you run a shotgun offense.
Right.
And most everybody's gone to that now, and I know you and I have talked about this off the air many times, but sometimes it's nice to go under center, and this is one of those situations where it would be nice.
I'm a big fan, Bobby. I'm old school. I think the best play in football is quarterback sneak.
Can be.
Nobody runs into A-gaps. Nobody runs into A-gaps anymore straight ahead. With the quarterback under, they are going under center right here, though, so here we go.
And they have the sophomore in. Caleb Capuccio, sophomore quarterback, is in the game. First snap as a varsity player, and there it is. Quarterback sneak.
I love it.
Wedge block up front. Welcome to varsity football.
There you go. 4 yards on the carry right there, almost 5. There's nothing wrong with that.
So it's 2nd down.
Again, maybe do it again right here. The 2nd down, got your quarterback.
Why not?
Sophomore. Yeah, your sophomore quarterback's in there right now on a very, very big stage.
So 2nd down here for the Reagan Rattlers. Carson Green again. And he gains about 2 yards, and that should do it here for the first quarter. After 1, it's Smithson Valley 7 and Reagan 0. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
It's high school football time, and John Wayne is right in the middle of the action. At the end of this game, one of the players will be chosen as the John Wayne Player of the Game. Go to johnwayne.com right now and vote for the player who you think will win. Pick the correct player and you'll win 2 tickets to a 2023 San Antonio Gunslingers home game. And just for playing, you'll have a chance to win the John Wayne $10,000 home makeover package. Don't fumble. Go to johnwayne.com and vote before the end of the game.
I'm Jeff Davis. When you're in a serious accident with a commercial vehicle, the big companies don't just roll over and write you a check. A big accident with a big truck means a big fight. We don't just roll over and take their first offer.
We recently settled a wrongful death case for $5 million as a result of a commercial vehicle accident involving a drunk driver.
So if you've been involved in a big accident with a big truck, stop what you're doing right now and call the Ford. Call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Labor Day savings at Universal start now, San Antonio. Beat the crowds and get huge savings on the vehicle you want.
We have new cars and trucks arriving daily and a huge selection of pre-owned. Hurry in now to get pre-owned cars for payments of just $89. Trucks and SUVs for $149 payments. Plus, get well over book value for your trade and easy financing.
Our huge Labor Day sale at Universal Toyota starts now, so get here fast.
Home of the real deal.
I-35, inside loop 1604.
What's your daily sip? When you join our subscription at Circle K, you can grab any size coffee or fountain drink daily for just $8.99 a month. Join Sip and Save with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. It's the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region, and everything must go. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. Visit hottubexpo.com. That's hottubexpo.com.
Ranger fans fired up and ready. Their team was 7-0. Smithson Valley. Rattlers trying to strike back, and it's third down as we start the second quarter. Bobby Stotzenberg along with Andy Skelton, Abe Fadias, and David Sears from the Alamodome. Game one of the Pigskin, the KSAT Pigskin Classic, as the young sophomore Caleb Capuccio gets his first series at quarterback.
Yeah, guys, before the game, Lyndon Hamilton talked about Capuccio and that he's going to get some playing time.
They'll shift Green over left. And Capuccio going to run it. Not much there. Well, welcome to varsity football.
Welcome inside your own 10-yard line. Here we go. And again, a host of Smithson Valley Rangers led by 25 right there, coming in there, putting the pop on. Jackson Maynard and a host of others, man. There was really nowhere to go for Capuccio. And again, 2 drives in a row, having a punt out of your own end zone here.
Braden Bafidis and Freddie Dubose. Dubose with a touchdown already today, or the return man is Matt Velasco will punt again. 7 yards deep in his own end zone. And a timeout going to be taken here.
Reagan has elected to take their first timeout of the half.
So timeout on the field. We'll break it here. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Calories?
Welcome back here to the Alamodome. Reagan a little disheveled, Andy, offensively in the early going. A lot of that credit, I think, to the Smithson Valley defense. They've kind of shut Carson Green down, but Reagan's also hurt themselves with a lot of penalties.
Hey, what about take a shot right here, try to block a punt? You see the wide splits by Reagan right here. How quick a gap. You got the 3 Bears as personal protectors right there, but they'll try to block your punt right here. They're going back out of it.
Looks like they're going to set up a return. Nice punt. Wow, what a punt. And that is going to be a really big one. I'm not good at math, but I'm going to say that's
Matt Velasco, impact player.
Close to 70 yards.
Impact player. We talked about him at the beginning of the game, Gabe. What an impact. We talked about the kicking game being a major player here.
Guys, I'm standing on the 22-yard reached from the end zone all the way over here. That is a big boy punt right there, my friend, and easily the play of the game for the Reagan Rattlers so far.
73 yards on that punt, guys. That was big. They finally flipped the field, Andy.
Yeah, they got it back right there. Now they got to play defense, man. And again, that's a heck of an impact player right there, Matt Velasco, with the punt like that.
So the field position, finally, Smithson Valley, without that advantage, as they will try a new running back in. David DeHoyas gets his first carry out to the 25.
And again, Smithson Valley, going to be Smithson Valley here. They're going to come back out. They're going to be ball controlled. They're going to be deliberate and on purpose, and hopefully on time.
Smithson Valley has run 13 plays for 70 yards so far. Reagan 12 plays for 15 yards. So the Rangers dominating, but this game's still early as we're in the second quarter in a 1-touchdown lead. Chase Sinelic, the quarterback, hands it off, and DeHoyas hit right away.
Yeah, big number 44 coming in there. Ozawalu, great job coming, unblocked, just came down the line of scrimmage, able to wrangle him up.
Ozawalu is quite the talent. Reagan always runs to the ball well, Andy. They're just one of those teams.
Yeah, he's got a great build right there. Lanky, got big old wingspan on him.
Smithson Valley doing what they do, though. Very methodical, burning the play clock down. They may end up taking a timeout here. They got to hurry. It's down to 6 seconds on the play clock.
I know Sinelic sees it.
Sinelic got to hurry. Yep, right on time. Gonna throw. Well, has a man, and a little high for Freddie DuBose, but he was open.
Yeah, Freddie DuBose was open. He stutter-stepped. If he doesn't stutter, Gabe, you're right there on the sideline where it came. If he doesn't stutter, he probably catches that in stride.
Yeah, he hesitated for just a split second. That was a great throw, and I thought, I mean, that was as close to a penalty. I mean, they snapped that thing on the zeros. Good route. I mean, it was a good throw. Just for whatever reason, he just kind of hitched a smidge, I guess.
2 consecutive really good series by the Reagan defense, Andy.
Yeah, and they're keeping them in it. They flipped the field with the kick here, so now they should end up on the better end of the field position if they can get a return here.
Good rush, and they block it.
Oh, no.
Blocked.
Get on it.
Touchdown.
Gotta love special teams.
Special teams, guys. Special teams.
Donnie Lawrence recovers it for the touchdown.
All right. Well, we're just talking about it. That's what you get when you flip the field with your kicking game right there. Possession, defense plays right there. Just like that.
And you got to hustle your special teams on, but the block was by Giuseppe Sessi, and then Donnie Lawrence recovers it.
Yeah. Giuseppe Sessi, Johnny on the spot right there.
Big time play there, and Velasco will try to tie it with the extra point. They didn't have the extra point unit ready.
Well, they were celebrating. I mean, you don't normally have an extra point after your defense is out there. It's your offense. So they had to get the offensive guys back out there. Here they go.
They better hurry here.
Back there sipping on the Gatorade. Let's go.
Wow, what a play. Velasco now for the extra point. A little high snap. And it's blocked. That can be returned the other way. So 2 big special teams plays in a row and a new score with 9:25 to go here in the second quarter play. Smithson Valley 7 and Reagan 6. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
It's high school football time, and John Wayne is right in the middle of the action. At the end of this game, one of the players will be chosen as the John Wayne Player of the Game. Go to johnwayne.com right now and vote for the player who you think will win. Pick the correct player and you'll win 2 tickets to a 2023 San Antonio Gunslingers home game. And just for playing, you'll have a chance to win the John Wayne $10,000 home makeover package. Don't fumble. Go to johnwayne.com and vote before the end of the game.
At AFFCU, we've been helping people like you with all their banking needs for over 70 years. From great low rates on vehicle loans, credit cards, and mortgages, to checking, savings, and certificate accounts, AFFCU is the financial partner that's with you for life. And with our all-new digital banking, you have full control of your accounts wherever you are, anytime, day or night. Stop by an AFFCU Financial Center or visit goaffcu.com to learn more.
Special teams followed by special teams. There's your Strike 'em Rattler. We welcome you back to the Alamodome. David Sears down on the Smithson Valley sideline.
I didn't know there was a football game going on for a second. These people were stunned on that block punt and touchdown, and then they blocked the extra point, so they woke up a little bit. But I think they were planning on having their defense come out and get them some better field position than they did on that 73-yard punt. So they're a little in shock right now after taking that 7-0 lead, but they're still up 7-6, so that's good for them.
Andy, 3 big special teams play: the 73-yard punt, the block punt for a touchdown, the blocked extra point. So a 7-6 game. That was a lot of action, and all of it was on special teams.
And don't forget the punt that was down inside the 3-yard line. Again, all this is coming into play on how we flip the field and field position here.
Dubose and Bafidis are the return men on kicks as well. Freddie Dubose, 1 yard deep, coming out. Dubose runs into his own player, then heads upfield and has a nice return to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's what you love to see about Smithson Valley, Bobby. They had a big play against them. They do get an extra point block. They come back out, and they just go back to work. Another day at the office, bring your lunch to work, blue-collar kind of guys, hard rock-minded guys up front, and that's how you win championships right there.
I got to tell you, special teams, you got to wonder, first game of the season, for them to be as efficient as they are on both sides of the ball, Reagan and Smithson Valley. Because a lot of times special teams, some guys forget they're on special teams. They haven't really worked at it in a game. You see them standing around, go, oh, you're supposed to be out there. This is some serious special teams play out here. They may be better than the offense and the defense so far.
Good point. As Chase Sinellick brings out the offense, Doug Lance back in at running back for the Rangers. Sprint out left. And he's going to throw this one away.
That's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, Bobby, to roll to his right. And again, the further he gets going to the right, the harder it is for him to come back and get his shoulders turned back to the inside and see what he had to end up doing, get rid of the football right there, line up a play, second down.
Guys, as good as Smithson Valley was on that first series, I mean, you got to give a lot of credit, Andy, to the Reagan defense. They have come to play since that first series.
Oh, they're catching up to the speed of the game. They're catching up to the guys that are in front of them in terms of what they're like, and that's what's great about this. It's going to continue to be a chess match on the one-on-one battles up front.
Again, pistol set, 2nd and 10. Draw play. Lance chopped down at the 46, but he picks up 8.
Yeah, probably a touchdown saving tackle there by Bailey Fletcher, number 2. There you see him. Otherwise, that could have been right down the numbers into the end zone right there.
And he had some space, man. He had some green to work with. Watch this.
Yep, break blocking up front.
Look at Thomason.
Yep.
Number 77, folks, if you saw on that replay.
He just caved the whole right side of the defensive line down by himself.
He shoved the entire defensive line to the left side of the field. 3rd down here for the Rangers. Again, pistol set. Smithson Valley so far is 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Now 1 for 4. They convert there. Doug Lance to midfield with the Ranger first down.
Well, going for a ride right there, but holding on was Matthew Quick, number 95, waiting for the cavalry to get there, but he was able to bring it down after the first down yardage, though.
No panic from Smithson Valley. They just go right back to what they do.
No, that's just, confidence, tenacity, one play at a time.
From midfield, play action. Sinelli going to chunk one deep. A lot of tight coverage there, and it's broken up. And we talked about their home run hitter, TJ Hunt, averaging 20 yards a catch last year. They went deep to him there, but the Rattlers were waiting for it.
Yeah, they had underneath and over the top, and they converged on it. And again, that was a great job by the officials letting these kids play. There was nothing that altered the play there. But you had Matt Butler back there as one of the ones in contention with the football there. But again, that was a first down play. Why not take you a shot? You still got 2nd down and 10 right here.
They had a step, but that defensive back came up, knocked it down. The pass was a little short.
2nd down and 10. Smithson Valley with 2 tights and 2 receivers. Sinelli sends a man in motion, and then they just hand it off to Lance up the middle, and he powers his way for 5 yards. He's a pretty, well, that's actually, excuse me, that is David DeHoyas back in the game. They've been alternating DeHoyas and Lance. Lance has gotten most of the carries, but DeHoyas there with a gain of 5.
I'll get the last 2 or 3 yards of that to offensive guard Gavin Garcia, number 67, as he landed on top of his guy and allowed the pile to keep moving forward there. So great job again by the bigs up front for the Rangers.
Big 3rd down coming for Smithson Valley. They just converted for the first time.
I'm sure Coach Hill has a play for 3rd and 5, Bobby.
1 for 4 now on 3rd down conversions. Sinelli rolls right. His receiver falls down. He throws it to him anyways, and it's incomplete. But coming out of the into the route there was Mason Birchand, and he slipped and fell.
Yeah, a couple things right there. Number 33 for Reagan, Donnie Lawrence, the one that recovered the punt for a touchdown, was in Sinelli's face, and then of course receiver falling down didn't help it here. And again, we got 4th down and 5, and decision time by Coach Hill, but looks like he's going to keep his offense out there, say we could go get 5 yards right here.
And why not? Their defense has been playing sensational so far.
You gotta be wary of a hard count. I'm looking, guys, I'm thinking hard count, and if they don't jump, then punt it. Or maybe even a quick kick, perhaps.
Or throw it deep right here.
Maybe. 4th, well, they're going to run a play. That's confidence, and it backfires. Reagan takes over on down.
And yeah, I think that's just confidence in your defense. If it doesn't happen, your defense is playing fantastic.
You know, the head coach is calling the play, so it's on him either way. So yeah, great job trying to get the ball to Kyler Clark right there. Ball was a little bit overthrown.
That was a gutsy move. I thought they were going to just try to draw him off sides and then punt the football. Didn't happen. Reagan's not a team that you can do that to a lot, though, really.
Well, the slant was there. The ball was on the target. It had been a 1st down. So,
all right, Andy, a 2nd series for this sophomore quarterback. Caleb Capuccio trying to reset his receivers.
Yeah, one of them's got to be off. There you go.
Good heads up there by the sophomore, yeah. Now they're back on.
They're not going to make it.
Now the coach called timeout.
Timeout on the field. We'll break it with them. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by the San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
We know the sacrifices you made for a better, brighter future. We know it's never too late to reach your goals. That's why we're here with classes and training to help you get there. From no-cost textbooks and loaner laptops to your own personal success team, we create an affordable learning experience that's made for you so you can make the most of your future. Visit alamo.edu to get started.
Bravo Country Homes brings you Bame Ranch in Castroville, Texas. Just 25 minutes from downtown San Antonio, this gated community features 54 one-acre home sites and 60 retirement garden homes at the beautiful Alsatian Golf Club. Secure a home site today, and we'll build your dream home. Go to BravoCountryHomes.com to learn more, or call us today at 833-79-BRAVO. Bravo Country Homes. We build homes, not houses.
First and 10 for the Rattlers as they have burned 2 timeouts already midway through the second quarter of play. Carson Green looking for room. Oh, he just has had nowhere to go, Andy. That defensive line for Smithson Valley has been great so far.
Yeah, again, man, they're out quicking them. They're getting down the line of scrimmage. That time, 18, Cade Spradling, sophomore, coming in there, and a host of others. Linebacking core. The three linebackers for Smithson Valley traditionally are the real deal. They let the big boys up front cover up blocks, and they find the hole where they fit, and they fit in a hurry.
So second down now for the Reagan Rattlers. Their offense has really struggled so far. Capuccio, let's see if they'll let the young quarterback throw. Nope. Give it to Carson Green. Not a bad idea. Carson Green, foot race. Carson Green to the house. Reagan takes the lead. 54-yard touchdown.
Great job. Carson Green, welcome back, young man. How many times have we seen him do this, Bobby, since he was a freshman? Bust off a 50-plus yard run. Straight ahead, as you like to say, down Main Street right here. Take a look at the replay. It's a little cross zone that time, and linebackers ran out of the way, didn't even have to block him. 13 does the rest by himself right here.
Reagan with their first lead. Their last extra point was blocked. This one, though, is good. Reagan Rattlers 13, Smithson Valley Rangers 7. You're watching KSAT Pigskin Classic, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
I'm bringing back my spicy chicken strips, and while I'm at it, my most popular former employee, Mark Hamill.
Well, what's my motivation?
To not get fired again.
I can work with that.
Actors.
Spicy chicken strips and me, Mark Hamill, back for a limited time.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
At Jordan Ford, our team is here to serve you and your entire family, making the car buying process easy, comfortable, and saving your valuable time. We have cars that fit everyone's needs, whether you're into tech-savvy features or need something the whole family can travel in. Prefer to talk via text? No worries. Prefer to speak in Spanish? No problema. Our team is here to help. So bring your family in for a test drive or shop online at jordanford.com.
My 100% all-white meat spicy chicken strips are back. Look at them sitting there. Just sitting there. Can't believe we hired a director for this. Spicy chicken strips starting at $5.49 are back at Jack in the Box.
Rangers going to return the kick now because the Reagan Rattlers have taken the lead, folks. 2 plays, 55 yards, and he was one of our impact players, and he made an impact there. Carson Green, 54 yards. And, you know, there was some talk about him kind of being lost in the shuffle, lost in the conversation because he's been injured and he didn't play a lot last year. But we've known for a long time he was special.
Well, and again, both the Reagan's impact players, as you see, Matt Velasquez, number 7, and Carson Green have impacted the game. So we were right on that. That's good stuff.
DuBose from the 2. Another good return. There's a flag as he gets waylaid at the 40-yard line. But that's going to come back. That's
guess who?
Giuseppe Sessi with a big hit there, folks.
That has to constitute as a waka, Andy, right? Please.
That will be our first waka of the season.
Gotcha.
Gabriel. Even though there's a flag on the play, but the hit was clean, and he introduced himself when he got there.
Does that, I mean, dilute?
Well, long discussion here.
Well, we got 2 flags, so they're making sure it's the same infraction, or is it 2 different infractions here as we wait on the referee to sort it out here.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the receiving team. Holding, number 7. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, face mask, number 25. That penalty will be enforced half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down, Smithson Valley.
Referee Kyle Ferrer, his crew today. Umpire is Paul Yoder. The head line judge is Haseem Thomas. The line judge is Ryan Duffy. The back judge, Blake Fincher. Side judge, Chris White. And William Cole, the field judge. But Smithson Valley, after having field position, Andy, in their first quarter, Reagan flipped the field on that 73-yard punt, and they haven't looked back since.
And then the penalty here puts them in the shadow of their own uprights on their goalposts here.
We have a new quarterback in. That is, or is that? That is, it is. Ryland Walker is now in at quarterback for Smithson Valley. He's a junior.
I tell you what, there's Giuseppe Sessi again, number 26, Bobby. We said his name several times in this ball game, and he is a presence in the secondary. And again, he easily could be a candidate for our John Wayne Service Company Player of the Game as well. He's been all over the field so far for the Reagan defense.
Folks, make sure you vote. You can vote for your Player of the Game by going to johnwayne.com. Go through the roster, pick your guy, and if lots of great prizes there, including potentially Gunslinger season tickets for arena football here in San Antonio. It's a lot of fun if you've never seen it.
Guns up, baby, guns up.
Ryland Walker, a junior quarterback in for Smithson Valley, looking for some spark as they will hand the ball off.
Was the play clock
to Doug Lance.
Tackle that time applied by Jet Thompson again, number 42. Again, he's playing hard up in the A-gaps right there for the Reagan Rattlers, and minimal gain there on second down for Smithson Valley here.
Ryland Walker's not a complete rookie. He did appear last year, 5 of 6 passing, 42 yards, and likely mop-up duty, but he's in at quarterback. Larry Hill's looking for a little spark offensively. Reagan did this earlier as well.
And let's don't forget, this is a non-district first game of the year. Let's get some guys on film and get them evaluated and build our football team too. Yeah, we're in the Alamodome. Yeah, we're playing in front of all this, but at the end of the day, you want to evaluate your talent.
Big third down here for Smithson Valley. 3rd and 6. Walker throws it out in the flat. And the ball loose. Oh, and it's thrown and recovered. Can you do that? He threw it forward. His teammate recovered it. I think they're going to put it back where he tossed it forward.
I don't know if he threw it forward more than he just kind of flipped out again.
I don't think he had possessions, but they're talking about it right here. But let's see on the replay.
It was caught by Kyler Clark and then dropped.
And again,
or stripped, really.
Yeah, 31, Derek Davison got his hand in there to pull it out.
I don't think he ever had possession of it.
Is that the runner possessed the ball while it was on the ground and therefore is down at the 11-yard line.
All right.
Yeah, and then he tried to punch it forward, which
yeah,
you can't
saying
do.
He was down by contact. Is what it is. Ball's on the 11. It's a loss of 2 right here. Brings up 4th down and 9 and punt time again for Smithson Valley here.
Guys, I tell you what, I'm impressed with the Reagan Rattlers right now. They have been playing good football.
We got Luke Sasser back for the Rattlers right here to return.
That one kicked away from him. Sasser going to track it down and then pick it up at the 41-yard line, but good coverage by the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Good coverage and tackle by Kason Camacho, number 30, getting down there in coverage for the Smithson Valley Rangers.
All right, last time, guys, it was Carson Green, and he's capable anytime. If you make one mistake, Andy, as a Smithson Valley defender, Carson Green will make you pay on that long touchdown run. And watching the replay, there didn't seem like there was a lot of room, but he finds the small creases even.
He gets through the first level, and again, second level, linebackers were gone. They had a little cross action with the fullback coming across the formation, and the Mike linebacker vacated just enough for Carson Green. Didn't even have to make a cut. He just went straight ahead.
Coach Hamilton alternating quarterbacks at this point as Jacob Atkins comes back in. He was the starter earlier. Reagan playing with the lead on offense for the first time. More Carson Green.
Yep.
8 yards.
They're starting to figure it out, Gabe. Up front, to light it up for 13 here.
Yeah, I asked Lyndon specifically about Green before the game. He says, Gabe, I have not seen this young man more focused in the 4 years that he's played for this program. Carson Green is ready to go today, and on that last series and on this, man, you can certainly see it.
7 yards on that carry.
Second down here. And 3. Throw it out left flat, covered well. Still about a yard or two on the reception there by Jeter Battles.
Trying to get the ball out to Battles. Trying to play a 2-on-3 game out there. Little slip screens, what that's called. And again, you want to get the ball out of your quarterback's hand and let the receivers block for each other. And you know, that's the old toss sweep concept. They're just trying to get it out there right now and play pitch and catch, a little quick game.
3rd down and 1.
He said 13.
I think it's Carson Green time, or maybe a quarterback sneak as they go under center. Quarterback sneak, and it helps to be 6'3", 215 as a quarterback, as Jacob Atkins is able to sneak it for the 1st down.
Best play in football.
I was going to say, how big is Andy smiling right now?
It's the most conservative, straight ahead, go get it, running the A-gaps, make those guys have to step up and play in physical instead of playing out in space.
Rattlers trying to pick up the pace here as they have 1 timeout. Carson Green again. Rangers rally.
Yeah, tough sledding for Carson Green that time as a host of Smithson Valley Rangers.
Larry Hill wants to hold on to those timeouts, but
Jackson Maynard on the tackle 25 will come up off the bottom of the pile.
They got to get a stop first, otherwise you just let it run.
We're still in a 1-possession ball game, so I mean,
what's the leg on Velasco here?
Carson Green is replaced by Cole Pryor now as running back. And they're going to throw, and this is going to be picked off.
Oh my God.
Picked off.
Weston Ross.
Climbed the ladder that time with the interception.
We see the replay on this one. Did this kid climb the ladder? David Sears, you're on that sideline. It happened right in front of you. How high did that kid have to get to catch that at the high point?
Well, they always talk about getting it at the high point. He climbed a tall ladder. That wasn't a short one he climbed. He climbed a ladder about 10 feet tall. He was up there, and to be able to hang on to that thing, that may be the turning point of this quarter for the Smithson Valley Rangers. This may be what they need to get things turned around here. But that was an incredible interception. Unbelievable.
Rangers have 3 timeouts, so they have 58 seconds and some timeouts to work with, Andy. This is far from being over in the 1st half as Ryland Walker out for another series for the Ranger offense. They're going to reverse it to DuBose, who scored earlier on a reverse, and here it goes again. DuBose into Rattler territory. Freddie DuBose, big playmaker today for Smithson Valley.
Yeah, we saw that play on the goal line, little trickeration again. It's a reverse is all it is. You get everybody flowing one way and seal everybody out. You let your uncovered lineman peel back. Great job right there by DuBose.
13-7, now the clock moving again. Rangers got to hurry. They do have 3 timeouts, so you can hurry, but not too much. And they got it there. I think they're going to have to burn one here. They're down to 28 seconds. Walker taking forever. Going to get pressured and scramble, and there's a flag down. Oh boy, that wasted a lot of time, and you down to 14 seconds.
And a penalty.
Let's see if Larry Hill will burn a timeout to try to figure out what they want to do here in the closing moments. I'm surprised they didn't take a timeout there, Andy, with
holding on the offense. Number 77, 10 yards from the previous spot. Remains 1st down.
Yeah, you got the quarterback.
Smithson Valley is elected to take their first charge timeout of the half.
Timeout Smithson Valley will be back. This is the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
It doesn't matter how big the company is. It doesn't matter what excuses they're making. We'll get you justice. Always remember, Gomez Law fights.
I'm Danny, HEB Warehouse Team Leader. We move quickly to get products from our warehouses to our stores. Working hard for Texas is what HEB is all about.
I'm Chantal, HEB Produce Partner. We bring super fresh produce to Texas tables because HEB believes Texans deserve the best.
I'm Michelle, HEB Principal Software Engineer. We build software that helps people shop whenever or wherever they want.
Each and every person counts at HEB.
Because here,
people matter.
Join HEB and be part of something as
Texas.
From humble beginnings to esteemed personal injury attorney, through it all, Joe A. Gomez remembers his origins. Nothing has changed. Just remember, Gomez Law fights.
Welcome back to the Alamodome. First game of our triple header. It's close as we expected, Andy. And this, of all the three games today, this is the one that we kind of expected a defensive battle, and that's exactly what we've gotten. And special teams has been a big part, but wasted a lot of time before they burned that time out, so they only got 14 seconds now.
Yeah, they lost about 8 seconds they could have had.
So now after the penalty, 1st and 20. Back shoulder that's misfired, intended for TJ Hunt. Now you're at the point where do you start throwing to the end zone or you try the sideline one more time?
Yeah, it's one of those deals. You're not going to be in the middle of the field here. And again, try to get in field goal range, if anything else, to get some points on the board here. But we got Rylan Walker in at quarterback, the junior quarterback.
Both teams have used 2 quarterbacks here. And as you said, and that's part of non-district play, trying to get reps as you head towards district. And another timeout by Smithson Valley. We'll keep it here. Again, coming up at 3.
Smithson Valley has elected to take their second charge time out of the half.
Coming up at 3:30, we have Judson versus Johnson, and then 7:30 tonight, Steele versus Brennan. Folks, you can come down and enjoy 2 full games if you're sitting at home watching now still. If you want to come to the Dome and watch the action live, it's going to be a great day of football here, and we've got a good first half to start things off.
Yeah, this has been everything we expected it to be, as you said, Bobby. You know, when you got 2 defenses playing like they are, and then both special teams, you know, Gabe and I were talking about that before the game being, you know, a lot of teams don't have that this early on, and both these teams have been fighting back and forth with their special team.
You know, guys, there's an argument to be made that punt by Velasco is the biggest play of this game. I know Green had a big touchdown run, but Andy, to that point, Reagan was doing absolutely nothing. They were playing on their heels. That 73-yard punt, guys, that to me is the play of the game so far.
Definitely flipped the field and allowed Reagan to kind of breathe a little bit when they were on offense.
Rylan Walker brings up the Rangers with just 9 seconds to go. Throws to the near side, got to get out of bounds. And that's exactly what happens. Although TJ Hunt was thinking more initially.
He got 1 play left.
Now we're going to go to the throw to the end zone unless, you know, I got to work with Tony Franklin last night for the first time in a long time, but he could kick one from here back in his days. This would be about a 55-yarder from here.
Without a shoe on.
Yeah, he barefooted too, wasn't he?
But Larry Hill says, nope, not going to try a 55-yard field goal. So, folks, this will be the last play of the first half, and we'll interview the head coach before we go to break. Here it is. Walker. Hit as he throws, and that'll do it. Incomplete. And Reagan will lead it 13-7 as Gabe Claudius will be with Coach Lyndon Hamilton here in just a moment. A 13-7 lead for the Rattlers, as Coach Ham is now with Gabe down on the sidelines.
Talked about the importance of teams. I can't think of a bigger punt to change the momentum of a game. Talk about the play of your punter, Velasco. What a shot.
Matt Velasco, he's a senior. You know, I think he's in the region. He's showing up big today. That punt, you know, he's got to try to get that thing on the other side of number 2 on those kickoffs. But all in all, pretty good half. We weathered the storm. They came out and had early drive success. We held true to just weathering the storm, and we'll see what happens second half. We got to play great defense on the first drive.
Coach, best of luck second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, folks, you're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Do you like going fast? Because I do. Hi, this is Jeb Burden with the John Wayne Service Company number 27 race car. I'm encouraging you to join the Fast Track to the Trades with John Wayne Service Company. Enroll in the John Wayne Academy for technical excellence today and change your life with a career in HVAC, plumbing, or electrical in just 90 days. Get paid to learn a trade. Take it from me. Get on the fast track to the trades and call John Wayne Service Company, 293-6700.
The K-Lig Auto Group, the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships, has in stock over 2,000 pre-owned vehicles, conveniently located at any of our 18 pre-owned locations in San Antonio, New Braunfels, or Castroville. Choose from cars, trucks, and SUVs, domestic or import. Every pre-owned vehicle includes our low posted price and our no-hassle 48-hour return policy. So no matter where you live, we have a convenient location for your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. The K-Lig Auto Group, the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
Superfresh produce brought right to your door. Another reason why here, everything's better. Shop HEB online and get same-day delivery in as little as 2 hours.
Create the home of your dreams and enjoy the biggest savings during the Living Spaces Labor Day event. The latest styles are waiting, and free next-day shipping brings them to you fast. It's time to refresh your living room, elevate your dining room, make over your bedroom, and bring personality everywhere. Plus, get special financing for 60 months on any purchase with your good credit. Celebrate the start of a new season only at the Living Spaces Labor Day event.
Living Spaces.
Now open in Cibolo.
Welcome to the KSAT Pigskin Classic Halftime Show presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers, where right now Reagan leads Smithson Valley 13-7. We hope you're enjoying, again, the first ever, the inaugural KSAT Pigskin Classic. I'm Fiona Gorsiza alongside Mike Osterhage.
It has definitely been living up to the hype of the fans here. It is just electric in the dome right now with everyone there enjoying a fantastic game. It was coming down, almost scoring there at the very end. By the way, we're going to try and bring you as much of the halftime action as possible, but you can also go to KSAT.com and you can just stream all of the action yourself. So again, we're waiting for the Smithson Valley Band to start. They are getting underway right now. The Ranger Band and the Silver Spurs dance team. Take it away.
Great momentum that first series. How do you get that back to start the second half?
Well, we've got to execute better. Well, on offense and defense, and then, of course, the kicking game. We've had quite a few penalties in the quick game. Of course, the block kick, we've made some mistakes there that have brought back big plays. And, of course, the block kick is a big play for them. So we've got to settle down in that area, and then I've got to win first down a little bit better offensively so we can stay ahead of the chains. And then, conversely, we got to stop their run and get them behind the chains.
You stick with the quarterback change?
Well, we plan on playing both kids, and we did and will. So, there's nothing there other than it's his turn.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Okay. All right, good luck in the second half. All right, back up to you guys.
Tell you what, Andy, the kicking game has played a major role in this game. Let's take a look at the first half highlights of this contest, as it was Smithson Valley getting on the board first. The old end around here to Freddie DeBose.
Your little trickeration.
And he goes 16 yards. It was all Smithson Valley early as they dominated the field position, but after that, this block punt put Reagan on the board, blocked by Giuseppe Sessi. Donnie Lawrence with the recovery.
Special teams, all first half, both sides of the ball.
And then special teams again, as Smithson Valley was able to hold on to the lead after this.
DuBose able to get there, block it, take it off the kicker's foot.
But, Carson Green's a special player. You give him some space, and look what happens.
Yeah, welcome back, Carson Green. He was missed injuries last year, most of the season, and good to see him back in top form.
54 yards, and that gave Reagan the lead, 13-7. That's where we sit here as the Rattlers come out for the second half. All right, we'll be back with the second half after these messages. You are watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Brought right to your door. Another reason why here, everything's better. Shop HEB online and get same-day delivery in as little as 2 hours.
Reagan going to kick it off to start the second half. Matt Velasco, Andy, the kicker, he's played a big role in this game primarily as the punter, but
well, you heard Coach Hamilton going in at half. He'd like for 7 to kick it out of the end zone and not keep kicking it to number 2. So let's see if he can get it out of the back of the end zone over DeBose's head.
And Braden Bafidis back deep as well. He's another dangerous return man for Smithson Valley. Second half ready to go here from the Alamodome. Game 1 of our triple header. Forget about that one, folks.
There you go. You think he was coached up at half?
Yeah. He listened, I think.
Was he downwind that time, maybe?
Yeah, the wind was behind him.
Yeah, he had the wind from Bill Miller's behind him coming right through the
tunnels.
The tunnels, yeah.
So Smithson Valley will have it from the 25-yard line. Yeah, they did get returns in the first half, but no such thing there. Non-returnable.
You know, Scully, Coach Hill said something interesting. You and I talk about winning on first down. Such an important part in a game like this. And he made mention of winning on first down. I'd like to see the team that wins on first down the most here in the second half.
That's it. And getting to second and mid, third and short, that helps tremendously. They've been in first and long, and then those penalties didn't help. So, yeah, let's see if they clean that up here.
Jason Sinelic is back in at quarterback. With Lance as the running back, they'll give it to Lance in a big-time collision there after a gain of 2. Talk about filling the hole.
Yeah, I'll tell you, 54 coming in right there. That's going to be Hector Ucha, a junior defensive lineman, filling the gap in a hurry right there. And again, Reagan winning first down right there, only a 2-yard gain.
You know, when you look at this offensive line and the right side, you'd think they'd start wearing Reagan down a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be happening yet.
Sinelic out of the shotgun with the pistol set behind him again. Lance, the pistol back. Going to throw it out there to DeBose, let him do the rest, and he'll get up a yard short of a first down.
That's a slip screen again right there, and Jet Thompson, 42 on the tackle for the Rattlers, but again, after a 6-yard gain there, that puts pressure on that inside linebacker, Gabe. He's got to get out there on that slip screen, and before he's able, DeBose makes that cut back inside.
Yeah, and I'll take it one step further. Make a tackle. As soon as the ball is caught, it looked like there was a missed. You miss a tackle on a kid like that, he's going to pick up 8, 9, 10 yards after the missed tackle.
Andy DeBose is clearly their home run hitter.
Yeah, he's a big play, explosive play kind of guy.
Sinelic looks to the sidelines and turns and hands to Lance, and there's that offensive line going to work there to clear the way for a first down.
Yeah, and again, great job by the right side of that offensive line, including the center, Ty Stone, snapping the ball and having to get downfield and get guys on the ground. And again, snapping the ball and being a big guy. Stone does a pretty good job that time, along with the right side of that offense. There you see 73 right there, getting the job done.
First down, Rangers. First series of the second half. Reagan with 13 unanswered points in the second quarter after 7-0 Smithson Valley first quarter lead. Here comes DeBose again. Jet sweeping it. He gets the edge.
Watch out.
And he gets belted, but he has a first down into Rattler territory at the 44.
Well, guess who got another walk-on, Gabe? Giuseppe Sessi.
That's got to be a stat. We got to get him to create a graphic for that. That's 2 walks for Giuseppe.
He gets there and he introduces himself.
Oh, big time hit.
Yes.
I'd be laid up for a month if I got hit like that. I might be out for the season if that happened to me.
Rangers into Rattler territory here. Good start offensively for the second half for Smithson Valley. More Lance. Now we got a rugby scrum and a gain of about a yard and a half.
Yeah, again, he cut back in, but waiting for him cutting back in that time was Carmelo Wally.
Second down. Smithson Valley rarely goes away from what they do, which is this.
No, they're not going to. I mean,
this clock management style of offense.
It's Larry Hill. Larry Hill is meticulous. He's on purpose. Everything happens because of hard work and organization. Everybody's on the same page.
Out of the flat, they get it to Bafitas. They've been wanting to figure out a way to get him the ball more. They do there, and the net result is a Ranger first down.
Well, that's a great play call. They had him outnumbered out there. Outside linebacker, I'll get a number here in just a second. He comes bailing up inside. He's the guy that's responsible for the flat route right there. Well, he came to the quarterback, wide open receiver. Bafitas takes the ball, goes and gets a great first down.
One of the things we talked about when we were off the air, Andy, at halftime was getting the ball in Bafitas' hands. He's a playmaker for Smithson Valley. De Hoyos is back in at running back behind Sinulik, and he gets the carry. Spinning off one tackle, but gets wrapped up after a gain of 2.
And again, you're seeing great variety going on in the play calling for Smithson Valley right now. And again, I think they're really trying to reestablish the line of scrimmage, trying to get the bigs, Gabe, get those bigs up front lathered up, get them playing football.
Yeah,
Second down. Sinulik, shotgun snap. Here comes the reverse. DeBose again. Seems to be working over and over again, and another first down. Did he go down or did he not?
His knee hit.
I think his knee hit.
He went down. He's down.
Guys, that end around to Freddie DeBose seems to be the go-to play, Andy, for the Rangers.
I mean, they get him going one way. Davis here, they got him back coming to you there. You said his knee did hit the ground.
Holding.
No, his knee hit the ground, but they're bringing it back. There's no
offense. 10 yards for the spot of the foul. Still second down.
That's what Larry Hill said was hurting him in the first half with these penalties. So, and that's a big one, and that's a painful one. But I can't tell you, if you watch them, they're going inside, outside. They're trying to keep this Reagan defense off balance with ins around, outside plays, and they come back inside. So they're doing what they can to get this defense off balance.
Guy, here's a pretty interesting stat. Reagan, 83 yards of total offense in the first half, and 54 of it was the Carson Green run. Smithson Valley up to 178 yards. This has been what we expected. Yeah, defensive game.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's been enjoyable to watch.
Penalty negates that last play. They tried the quarterback draw, but Sinulik has nowhere to go. He'll lose a yard.
That play was that play looked dead in the water before it started. The timing, the rhythm wasn't there.
And the first time this season, I'm going to use the word discombobulated.
I was going to use it. I was going to let you have the honors the first time to use a big multi-syllabic word.
Multi-syllabic? Is that how that's used?
Saliva was flying when I tried to say it.
You guys. Oh, man.
Wow, man. We're working our way towards midseason form in the first game of the season. 3rd and long here for Smithson Valley. Sinulik deep drop. Going to chunk one. Nobody home.
Watch out.
Except for Butler, who can't intercept the ball.
Yeah, he had to rush that.
Had people in his face right there. And again, he tried to get rid of that, but that might have been ill-advised right there. Brings up 4th down. And again, we see Reagan defense bending but not breaking on this drive, Bobby. And I think, Smithson Valley having a punt here. We're going to get 10 back again deep for Reagan. That's going to be Luke Sasser.
So the Rattlers hold, and this time the Rangers will punt to the sidelines, and out of bounds it will go. Rattler football when we return. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
I'm Jeff Davis. This is the book that truck drivers are supposed to follow. These are the rules of the road. Many times, drivers don't follow these procedures. At Davis Law Firm, we've studied the regulations and know how to hold truck drivers responsible for breaking the law when they injure you. We recently settled a wrongful death case for $5 million as a result of a commercial vehicle accident involving a drunk driver. So if you've been injured in a car, truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Let's go, gunslingers. Let's go, baby.
All right, Gabe's having trouble hearing himself. They're trying to fix another audio issue too, Gabe. Back to play here from the Alamodome. First possession for Reagan in the second half. They go under center and they're going to roll play action. And Atkins throws it deep and he has a man caught down the sidelines, but stepping out of bounds. Wow. Ermis was off to the races, but couldn't walk the tightrope, but still a big play for Reagan.
Just running a back out of the backfield here. Everybody vacates. I got the backside linebacker and the topside safety. Nobody was home. Great play call. First play of the second half. I don't know, they saw something in the press box, decided to come out, open the second half with that big gain. Again, he stepped out, or I could have been down the sideline for a lot more yardage.
First down at the 43-yard line here for the Reagan Rattlers. And this play going nowhere. They faked it to Carson Green, and Atkins tried to roll left, but white jersey's right in front of him.
Yeah, Nicholas Zakowski, number 27, wasn't fooled by that. He had quarterback all the way, had him dead to rights there for the 2-yard tackle for a loss. That's what you call disciplined football right there.
So second down. Loss of 2 on that play. Out to Green in the flat. I was waiting on that. He had 10 catches last year, Andy, in limited play. He can catch the football, but there is a flag.
Yeah, Green, he's as shifty as anybody in the city right there. Why not use him in that capacity here? But I think we're going to get a hold on the outside receiver here. Let's see.
Holding. Yep. Number 10, offense. 10 yards for the spot of the foul. Still second down.
That's frustrating if you're a receiver, man. Those guys are out there holding their blocks. That's a very long time to have to hold a block for a receiver. And if their hands get outside at all, outside the frame of their body, they're going to call that. Yeah, very much. Learning opportunities. You got to fail in order to grow, so that's part of the process. Absolutely.
Second down now for the Reagan Rattlers. And try to throw again. Pressure. Oh, that was a dangerous throw by Jacob Atkins because Smithson Valley was all over the coverage.
Yeah, they were inside out on that, and he felt footsteps coming in a hurry, put it out there, and let's watch the replay right here. Gets flushed, tries to create time, extend the play, and again, threw the ball just far enough out of bounds where 84 wasn't able to get the football. Michael Izagiri was the intended receiver for the Rattlers. Big
third down.
Yeah, big third and long coming up right here.
3rd and 18, Reagan. 1 for 4.
Gonna get a timeout.
Timeout by the Rattlers. We'll go ahead and break
Reagan is elected to take their first timeout of the half.
You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
We know the sacrifices you made for a better, brighter future. We know it's never too late to reach your goals. That's why we're here. With classes and training to help you get there. From no-cost textbooks and loaner laptops to your own personal success team, we create an affordable learning experience that's made for you so you can make the most of your future. Visit alamo.edu to get started.
The 2023 Subaru Crosstrek is as powerful as your sense of adventure. Its 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine makes exploring fun. Sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard. And the Crosstrek has the best resale value in its class for 3 years running. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Maintain the love of your new Subaru with 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Welcome back to the Alamodome, a third and long here for the Rattlers. First possession of the second half for Reagan, leading at 13-7. Folks, if you're tuning in, we hope you stay with us. And also, if you're tuning in for the Little League World Series, you can watch it streaming live now on KSAT.com. So if you're looking for the Little League World Series as well, KSAT.com for streaming. Second down, or 3rd and 18, I should say. They throw it out to Carson Green, and he'll do the rest, which is going to be about the original line of scrimmage. So a 3 and out for Reagan.
Yeah, he gets the penalty yardage back and gives the punt team a little more room to operate here.
I think that's a win for Smithson Valley after punting. This punt, provided nothing happens, that penalty, they shot themselves on the foot on that opening series. So they dodged a bullet here. This could have been disaster if Reagan would have done something with it.
Matt Velasco's obviously played a big role in this game. He was one of our impact players. Let's see if he can cough and corner one. He's got DeBose and Bafidis ready to return again. And the Rangers set up the return. High punt. It's going to be Bafidis. Picks up a block from DeBose, and there he goes. Pretty decent return considering the coverage. Out to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, tackle made by Luke Sasser, number 10. Great coverage getting down the field and avoiding his block or blocker to get to the football. Limit Bafidis to a minimal gain on the return there.
Andy, what else can Smithson Valley do to try to get DeBose in some space besides what they've already tried?
Well, again, that reverse is being affected because of the flow of the second-level linebackers. But right now, what Gabe said earlier, you got to win first downs. You know, you got these big guys. You're seeing 77 Thomason right there and Stone, 73 at center. And the other guys that are in there, they're big bodies, man. Get in there and let's start mushing on bodies, get lathered up, and go get you 4 or 5 yards on first down.
Chase Sanelik back in at quarterback for this series, and a new running back in. That's Brad Sowersby. That's his first carry.
Again, 2 yards on the carry right there seems to be the norm so far for Smithson Valley offense. They tried a different scheme that time, Gabe. They're trying to run the little counter trap. And again, great penetration that time by the Reagan defense.
Yeah, David said something earlier that was interesting. What they're trying to do when they have the most success is when they go in and go out. They mix things up. Keep that Reagan defense on their heel. You know, that's when DeBose gets his biggest productivity is when it's second and long and they run an end around. He picks up 10, 12 yards.
Smithson Valley, second down and 8. Sanelik again will hand it off. Nice move near the line of scrimmage there by Sowersby. He's a sophomore running back, and Larry Hill's throwing him into the fire here, and he picks up about 5.
Yeah, and you heard what he said when David Sears was interviewing him. He said, hey, it is what it is. We're putting guys in there. It's their turn. You know, and again, like we already said that early on, this is the first game of the season. It's a non-district game. Get some guys in here right here. Nothing wrong with this run right here. Trying to get outside, try to finish the run here, holding on to the football, ball security. Great job by Sowersby.
Smithson Valley just 1 for 7 today on third downs. Sanelik.
Blitz.
Yeah, Reagan showing blitz on the edge as the Rangers look back to the sidelines. 4 seconds on the play clock. And the snap. Sanelik looks, throws, and completes. That's going to be good for a Ranger first down. This time it is caught by TJ Hunt.
Good job by Hunt that time. And again, good route. Ball's on time. Very, very difficult to cover a route like that. More importantly, they got the first down.
Guys, I think lost on all of this because, again, this is truly a playoff-type atmosphere. Skelly, this is the first game of the year. There's so much evaluation going on right now. You just have 15, 20,000 people at the Alamodome in a game that you would normally see in mid to late November. These guys are evaluating what they got. This is the first game of the season.
So first down and 10. Rangers pick up a new set of downs, and they go to Bafitas, who turns the edge. And he tight ropes it up, and there's a late flag. And that could be a big mistake by the Rattlers.
Well, Bafitas definitely is their side-to-side guy. They're scat back. They're trying to get him in space when it comes to stuff like that as well. They're trying the second half, trying to get him the football to complement DeBose, and that's something else that's going to help DeBose out down the road now that they got two guys in the mix. And again, Coach Larry Hill's mixing it with a lot of guys.
Personal foul, late hit, number 26 of the defense. Penalty 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
And by the way, on that play, Bobby, theoretically, that's a reception. That ball was tossed forward. I don't know statisticians how they score that, but if he drops that, it's an incomplete pass.
No, but I'll tell you what's not lost is the fact that there's a minute 57 left in this third quarter that has flown by.
Deliberate ball control offense. That is very much vintage Larry Hill and his offense.
Chase Sinulik hands it off again to the sophomore, Sowersby. Short game.
Yeah, I tell you, the big inside guys for Reagan. Carmelo Wally, there you see him. Called his name a couple times already this half. He's been anchoring that front right there. Penetration has been brutal so far in this half game for the Smithson Valley Rangers.
I would have absolutely thought that that offensive line was going to be a distinct advantage for them, and it's been a balance, it's been a wash.
Trying to get outside there. High tackle, but the back in defense of the defender trying to tackle him, tried to duck underneath there. Sowersby with a gain of about 2.
And Jet Thompson again, number 42 for the Rattlers. Been playing well with that linebacker position. Pursuit.
These coaches seem to be perfectly content, Andy, with just kind of slugging it out here.
In a game like this, you got two great defenses. I'm telling you, it's going to come down to special teams.
They are in no hurry.
No. It's pretty amazing how, honestly, how similar these teams actually are. Sinulik to Sowersby again, and guys, you know,
Matthew Quigg.
Yeah, burning clock, staying in the game, that type of thing, but that was still a rather conservative call, wouldn't you say, Andy, on 3rd and 8?
Yeah, again, you know, you're trying to use those offensive linemen, but 95 right here, Matthew Quigg.
That might end the quarter.
Yep. Why not? Shorten the game.
Yep, I agree.
That will do it after 3, still 13-7. Reagan leading Smithson Valley. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Being a teen ambassador lets me speak up for teens who might not have a voice and be able to connect with other teens around the city.
Labor Day savings at Universal start now, San Antonio. Beat the crowds and get huge savings on the vehicle you want.
We have new cars and trucks arriving daily and a huge selection of pre-owned. Hurry in now to get pre-owned cars for payments of just $89. Trucks and SUVs for $149 payments. Plus, get well over book value for your trade and easy financing.
Our huge Labor Day sale at Universal Toyota starts now, so get here fast.
Home of the real deal.
I-35, inside loop 1604.
It's high school football time, and John Wayne is right in the middle of the action. At the end of this game, one of the players will be chosen as the John Wayne Player of the Game. Go to johnwayne.com right now and vote for the player who you think will win. Pick the correct player and you'll win 2 tickets to a 2023 San Antonio Gunslingers home game. And just for playing, you'll have a chance to win the John Wayne $10,000 home makeover package. Don't fumble. Go to johnwayne.com and vote before the end of the game.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
We know the sacrifices you make for a better, brighter future. We know it's never too late to reach your goals. That's why we're here with classes and training to help you get there. From no-cost textbooks and loaner laptops to your own personal success team, we create an affordable learning experience that's made for you so you can make the most of your future. Visit alamo.edu to get started.
Being a teen ambassador gives me a push to be a better leader of my community, and it makes me happy to be of service to someone.
Back at the Alamodome, game one of our triple header here at the KSAT Pigskin Classic. Bobby Stotzenberg alongside Andy Skelton, Gabe Farias, and David Sears down on the sideline. A big fourth down coming here. And it looks like, Andy, the Smithson Valley Rangers will go for it instead of trying to really flip the field in their favor.
Yeah, see, last time, little play action might be in order here.
Sinelik on play action. Sinelik rolls, fires, and this one is on the turf and incomplete. TJ Hunt did a great effort there, Andy, to try to catch that, but couldn't haul it in, and so the Rangers will have good field position.
Reagan defense was not fooled whatsoever.
No, you're right, David. They recovered, and again, that ball had to be thrown low to keep it away from them, and that was all because of the coverage applied that time by Reagan.
I mean, outside of that one big play, what has Reagan's offense done offensively today? I mean, this is Larry Hill saying, I believe in my defense. Go get a stop, get us the football back.
That's risky business, though, when Carson Greens is back there as the sophomore. Caleb Capuccio back in, and he'll run the football here. And Smithson Valley saw it coming. Ball loose, and the Rangers have recovered it.
That's going to be Gavin Woods on the caused fumble right here as he went to fling the runner down. Ball came out here. See the replay.
That was Larry Hill saying, go get it.
Yeah, go get us the ball back. We'll go for it on fourth down every time. Well, we can play defense like this right here. Here's a replay.
Slung him and the ball to the turf. Gavin Woods with a great play, and then David DeHoyas, the two-way player for Smithson Valley on defense that time with the recovery.
Gavin Woods, one of our impact players of the game for Smithson Valley, being very impactful there.
Rangers have it right back. And in scoring position here, Sinelik.
Why not?
Back around to DuBose. Their best play all day.
They do not
15 yards.
They do not have enough bodies over there when they do that, and that's exactly why they're running that, because they got linemen peeling back. And again, you see DuBose reaching down the stretch, and he's going to get a little cramp, a little hitch, and he's get along right there, coming out.
Tegan Osley pulling, making a huge block for that play. Great block right there.
They gain numbers when they do that, and again, when you flow your linebackers got to respect the flow, and that's a booger bear to defend. It puts it on your secondary.
Lance behind Sinelik will get the carry. Right down Main Street he goes. A nice run on first down. Pickup of 8, maybe 9.
Now these running backs are starting to get little cramps, getting late in the game here, but rolling them in. Good job by Larry Hill rolling in his personnel right there. And that time offensive line for Smithson Valley imposing their will on the D-line of Reagan. Now you see them talking to each other, getting fired up, a lot of energy in the huddle.
Wouldn't you know it, a turnover could be just that turning point, and it usually is.
All it takes is a spark to start a fire, right? You got who's going to start? Who's going to be the guy that sparks it? That time on defense was Gavin Woods providing the spark. Now let's get the fire started for Smithson Valley offense. We're going to get a timeout here, I believe. And we are. Smithson Valley timeout.
Timeout by the
Smithson Valley has elected to take their first charge timeout of the half.
You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
It doesn't matter how big the company is. It doesn't matter what excuses they're making. We'll get you justice. Always remember, Game's law fights.
We're a different kind of dentistry. One who believes in doing anything it takes to make dentistry work for your life. So we offer a complete exam and x-rays free to new patients without insurance every day. Plus,
patients get 20% off their treatment plan. We're on your corner and in your corner every step of the way. Because your anything is our everything. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Book today at aspendental.com. Walk in or call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
From humble beginnings to esteemed personal injury attorney, through it all, Joe A. Gomez remembers his origins. Nothing has changed. Just remember, Gomez Law fights.
Smithson Valley uses their first timeout. As close as this game is, Andy, I think you're going to have a lot of timeouts burned here in this fourth quarter. Rangers trying to take the lead, and that blocked extra point potentially looms large. Sinelek to Lance, behind Thomason, and he picks up a first down. It's going to be first and goal, Smithson Valley.
I'll tell you what, man, you want to talk about hard rock mining kind of guy right there. Great job, Doug Lance, lowering the shoulder pads. BYOB, be your own blocker. Look at him right there. He just got a little swagger about himself. They say, give me the rock, coach. Let's go get in the end zone right here. Gets a first down and make it first down and goal from the 3-yard line here.
I think Larry Hill has paced the carries here of Doug Lance. He's clearly their number one guy. When it's crunch time, fourth quarter, he's in the game running football.
Yeah, he's their bell cow, so to speak, no doubt.
Lance just a junior. And it's first and goal, Smithson Valley, 3 yards from tying the game. And Lance strives, reaches.
Almost got hit.
He's close.
I tell you what, man, when you fall forward, you get your shoulder pads down, you play with the top of your shoulder pads as a running back, you fall forward, you're going to gain yardage. And again, Doug Lance doing a great job being a workhorse in there for the Smithson Valley.
Doesn't it scare you, though, when they reach out with the football?
I was just about to say that. He reached out, kids started slapping at that ball, man.
Yeah, he almost lost that thing. I could see it on this side. He almost lost that.
If you're going to reach out, you better be sure you're going to get to the goal line. Second and goal. Sinelek again with the pistol behind him. Lance, it's going to be Sinelek, and he scores to tie the game.
Well, good job up front. As you see him celebrate right there. Again, touchdowns have been an anomaly today. So you get you a touchdown, definitely you're going to celebrate it. But that time they had Doug Lance. He went to the left, kind of was a smoke and mirrors, and then Sinelek took it in on his own right there. Great job by the bigs up front. Big on big blocking right there, getting in the end zone for a very elusive touchdown for the Rangers.
Clayton Amaya for the lead. And Smithson Valley has regained the lead, 14-13, 9:38 to go in the game. You are watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
It's high school football time, and John Wayne is right in the middle of the action. At the end of this game, one of the players will be chosen as the John Wayne Player of the Game. Go to johnwayne.com right now and vote for the player who you think will win. Pick the correct player and you'll win 2 tickets to a 2023 San Antonio Gunslingers home game. And just for playing, you'll have a chance to win the John Wayne $10,000 home makeover package. Don't fumble. Go to johnwayne.com and vote before the end of the game.
A big turnover by Smithson Valley getting the recovery. David DeHoyes after the strip by Gavin Woods, and then Chase Sinelek with a 1-yard run to cap that short drive, Andy.
Yeah, and again, you know, you like to see after that, you get that big opportunity in scoring position. We hadn't seen a whole lot of trips to the end zone, either one of these teams today. And a lot of it having to do with, I think some of the bigs up front are starting to get sucked down. David, what do you think?
I tell you what, we talked about that punt in the first half being the play of the game, and I think that fumble right there so far is the second half play of the game. I think that turned it for Smithson Valley, at least so far.
Carson Green and Giuseppe Sessi are the deep return men. And this one booted deep, and Sessi will let it go out of the end zone. So Reagan from the 25 again. Their only big offensive play was the Carson Green run, but you got to know, Andy, that's
still there.
It always can happen again.
That card's still on the table, so don't fall asleep. If you're the Mike linebacker, stay home and make sure you play in the front door and have your back door help being chased by that backside linebacker, because Green will make you pay for it.
And Gabe, that's what's it's nice to have a guy like Carson Green, because you're always just one play away.
Anchor man, he's a different Reagan team.
Jacob Atkins, the quarterback on this series for Reagan. They've alternated him and Caleb Capuccio. But here's Carson. Nope. Atkins going to keep it and throw it, and you lose yards on a completed pass. Rangers just seem to be in the right spot. And I tell you, that young man, number 7, David DeHoyas, has played both ways, and he's made an impact in the game.
Well, he read that the whole way. I mean, that was nothing but a little play action and a little bubble out there trying to get outside, and plays off his block right there. Good job getting through his block, and tackle for a loss right here.
Somebody did some film study.
Absolutely.
They got it memorized. Atkins on 2nd and long. Looking.
Got a guy deep.
Throwing it deep. Has a man wide open, and it's caught at the 35-yard line. Finally a big play. There's a flag at the end, but Parnell Witherspoon broke beyond the defense and may have had his face mask pulled there at the end.
I tell you, man, great job waiting to get the ball out there by Atkins. And sure enough, Witherspoon was able to get behind the deep coverage here. See what the penalty is here.
One mistake by the secondary.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Face mask, number 11. The defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
How about that?
So a big play, plus 15.
Here we see the replay. That's a landmark route. He lets Witherspoon run to the football right down the hash mark there. There you see the face mask being grabbed that time by Weston Ross. Grab what you can when you can, but it's accidental, but still 15-yard penalty.
Skelly 48 yards plus 15 more, and all of a sudden Reagan
knocking
in scoring position to take the lead. Under center. Play action. Atkins to the end zone. Caught off the fingertips.
Nope, DeHoyos.
Ermis had it, lost it.
David DeHoyos, number 7, said no, sir. They were trying to sneak him across on a little hide route to the corner of the end zone that time. A great job by DeHoyos not having it here as we see the replay.
Good ball by Atkins, though.
It was, but great coverage speed. Great recovery speed by DeHoyos right here. Just enough at the end. Right there, bam, knocks it out just like he's coached to do. Come down and club the ball, or else that's a touchdown.
Exactly.
Second down and 10. Atkins up, fumbled it. Green able to recover it, and then gets buried for a loss.
Oh, they avoided danger there, man. You don't want to put the ball on the ground when you're about to put the ball in the end zone here.
Keep in mind they've got Matt Velasco, their kicker, that can give them the lead as well. But again, even with that missed extra point, or that blocked extra point, at this point looming large. Otherwise, we're looking at 14-all. Big third down for the Reagan Rattlers. 1 for 5 today on third down conversions. Atkins claps, takes the snap, rolls right, pressured, dumps it off, and nothing doing.
Hello.
As Ermis got chopped down.
Guess who? DeHoyos, he is all over the field, Bobby. I tell you what, he is running downhill, and he's hitting you when he's getting there.
Would you say he is a candidate for our John Wayne Player of the Game? If you think so, you can vote for him. Go to johnwayne.com. You can vote for your Player of the Game. It matches ours. You have a chance to win some prizes.
Both teams got some secondary players that are definitely candidates, as we see
36-yard attempt. 36-yard attempt. Sasser the holder. Right hash. Snap. Oh, that one may have been partially blocked.
It was.
And the Rangers have held.
That's 2 blocked. Deflected. I guess you'd call that one deflected. Field goal here.
Field goal is no good.
Special teams, special
Ball
teams,
be placed at the 20-yard line.
How about that,
First
Gabe?
down, Smithson
Is that
Valley.
77 that got his hand on the ball?
Yeah, believe so. 77 got that thing. Well, when you're 6'8",
Thompson, yeah.
weight 325, all I got to do is jump a couple inches.
Let's see here the replay.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't hit.
It wasn't him.
No,
okay.
No, it was misstruck. Looked like on the replay.
I think he missed it,
yeah,
guys.
He just misstruck the football.
The way that the trajectory went made you think it was blocked, but it wasn't.
Well, we're up here in the cat's nest, or whatever you say we are.
The catbird seat?
Yeah, the catbird seat. We're up here.
I got to get my glasses adjusted.
That was not blocked. Sinalik takes the snap. Smithson Valley going to try to grind it now. Good guy to grind it with is Doug Lance. He'll take it forward for 5. And
you know, in my defense, it looked like the kick was kind of low when it left his foot.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought it might have been tipped, but apparently it was just low.
Yeah, we all thought it was tipped, even from up here.
Yep. We got an injury timeout. You're watching the KSAT
timeout.
Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. It's the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region, and everything must go. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. Visit hottubexpo.com. That's hottubexpo.com.
Kids don't pick when they'll be sick, but when the unexpected happens, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center Stone Oak is here. Our expert team cares for kids 24/7, 365. Whether it's fever at 5, bone break at 8, or stitches at 6, we treat all of the aches and ailments that come with childhood fun. The Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center, an ER made just for kids.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. Browse over 30 hot tubs from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. Financing is available and show admission is free. That's this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. Visit hottubexpo.com.
Timeout on the field. And after the timeout,
starting center Ty Stone.
Yeah, Ty Stone. That when it's your center, that always scares you. Reese Anderson now the backup center into the game for Smithson Valley. Gets a good snap to Sinalik, who turns and hands to Lance. Piled up. Reagan's trying to strip the ball loose as well.
That's what their coach do. Caden Wright, number 5 in there, first contact for the Rattlers. Nothing doing. Brings up second down here. Clock's running though.
Hey guys, I'm not going to speculate on this injury whatsoever, but I will tell you when I talked to Coach Hill earlier this week, he was a little concerned about all the practicing outdoors in the heat and then coming into the dome where it's only 72 degrees and worried about some of his kids maybe cramping up late in the game.
It's 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4, despite what your graphic says on your screen, but it's 3rd and 4. Sinalik, quarterback draw. And he'll pick the first down up. What a great run there and a great finish by Chase Sinalik.
Yeah, Sinalik, great presence of mind. I don't know if that was a design draw or not, Bobby, but he turned it out to extend the play and go get the first down here. And again, clock's running. That's the big thing. That's the enemy right now if you're Reagan. And Smithson Valley all game long has been milking the clock here. Yeah, it was draw. Good job lowering the shoulder pads, finishing the run right there.
It's amazing how Larry Hill's just comfortable coaching in a game like this. This is kind of his style, as it turns out. So 1st and 10, Rangers. Reagan down to 2 timeouts under 6 minutes to go. That one was nearly picked, but they get it to DuBose, who
Guess who?
Level.
Giuseppe coming in there, Sessi.
And DuBose.
I'm a fan, man. That kid can play. He hits when he gets there. Great hit applied by 26.
I'll tell you what, DuBose got absolutely leveled.
The ball almost with pick 6, and then Giuseppe Sessi got about a 20-yard running start. and Waka, number 3 of the game from that young man.
Yeah, we got a
timeout for an injured player.
Well, guys, again, coming up at the end of the contest, we will select our John Wayne Service Company Player of the Game. You can vote still all the way to the end. Go to johnwayne.com, select your guy. There's a lot of things that can still happen.
You saw one right there on that play.
I mean,
on the other side, yes.
There's so many players involved that are making big plays at big time. And David, you got a short list yet of Player of the Game candidates?
Not yet. I can't tell you why we've got a little time here. I don't know that I've seen a high school football game with 2 quality kickers. I'm going to give those guys a little credit. I mean, the punter for Reagan kicks one. I don't know if I can say this, but he kicks one of the prettiest punts I have ever seen. Nice spiral, rolls over, and rolls up, by the way, and walking off. But these kickers are just incredible. Kicking out of the end zone on kickoffs, these kickers are incredible.
And even this young man that's being helped off the field, he's a candidate. He's made a lot of big plays for Smithson Valley, but they just lost kind of their playmaker in this game.
I would promise you he's probably done for the day, even if it's something, minor. Let's be smart about it, right? Let him line up and play again next week. So
DeBose has 4 carries for 86 yards and 5 catches for 21 yards. So that's a big part of their offense that's out of the game now. Senelik just a quarterback run all the way. And he's close to a Ranger first down.
By the way, DeBose is headed for the Rangers medical tent. So he had to be helped into there. He's limping. So he is in a Rangers medical tent right now.
Andy, if you're Reagan, when do you start burning those last 2 timeouts? Because
soon.
Well, yeah, you want to get right here. You want to get him in the 2nd or 3rd down and try to stop the clock. Because I guarantee you Larry Hill's going to milk it down to 1 second. We've seen him do that numerous times already today. Senelik does a pretty good job managing the game from his quarterback position. That was a pretty dang good run on the quarterback lead right there.
Guys, I think they're 2 first downs away from winning this game without having to score. They'll hand it off to Lance. Nope, they got the 2-way in again. David DeHoyas. Boy, he doesn't get tired, does he?
Yeah, he's another
defense the whole game, and then he spells Lance on offense as a running back.
I like that 1-2 punch right there. And again, I don't know how much of it is they're rotating as they are giving guys a look.
Larry Hill, over the years, Andy, he's been unafraid of using guys on both sides of the football. If it's one of his best players, he'll see both sides.
I mean, that goes back to the days when Smithson Valley was in the underclassifications. You had to because you didn't have the guys. So get your players on the field. Let the playmakers be playmakers.
And they're back down to 5A D1 this year. They're really keeping it simple. Now that ball may have come loose. Senelik got busted.
Huge.
Ball on the ground, but he's recovered it.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yep.
And now Reagan's going to have to burn a timeout, guys. They're kind of putting the whole thing on this 3rd down
Reagan is
play.
elected to take their 2nd charge timeout of the half.
And we'll bring you the 3rd down play when we return. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Being a teen ambassador lets me speak up for teens who might not have a voice and be able to connect with other teens around the city.
Blitz comes, Harris steps through it and busts through to the 10, to the end zone. UTSA champions for the very first time.
It's time for UTSA Roadrunner football. Saturday, September 3rd, UTSA takes on the University of Houston. Let's go 210 and fill up the dome, presented by HEB. The race is on to break the all-time attendance record. Call or text 458-UTSA or visit GoUTSA.com.
Being a teen ambassador gives me a push to be a better leader of my community, and it makes me happy to be of service to someone.
Play of the game coming up here, Andy. 2:30 to go, 2:31 to go. Reagan's down to 1 final timeout. I think if Smithson Valley's able to pick up a first down here, they can Getting really close to running the clock out.
Yeah, big play for Reagan right here. They almost knocked the ball out and recovered it. That last play, that's what they want to try to do here. You want to try to rip, punch, bite, whatever you got to do, tickle to get the ball out.
And they have David DeHoyas in when the pressure's on. They reverse it to Clark. Clark's going to get a first down. And then
they have not stopped that play, Bobby.
You would think after you've seen it, but it's easier said than done.
They don't have enough bodies over there. They don't. They had 3-on-2 coming back around, and again, it's worked every single time they ran it with DeBose.
Now this time it's Kyler Clark.
Now they're running it with Clark. He needs to put the ball in the outside arm, though. I'm going to coach him up real quick. But other than that, going to getting a first down, that's huge right there with 2:08 and counting.
Reagan, they're going to have to burn the timeout as soon as this first play is
don't
run.
save it for offense. It's a 40-second timeout if you use it on defense. So go ahead and use it on defense.
And Smithson Valley is going to burn a timeout, and we will
Smithson Valley is charged their second timeout of the half.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching
30-second
KSAT.
timeout.
Well, let's keep it on here. The referee asked for that, but if Reagan probably going to burn a timeout here. We thank our San Antonio area Chevy dealers for helping bring this great event to the Alamodome. Andy, this has been a great football game. It's been defense and special teams, but it's been good football and hard playing football.
And a lot of people will argue that they've only scored 27 points between them, but if you're really a true football aficionado, this is a heck of a game right here. And again, defensive football, defense wins championships. It's one of those deals. It's old school. Every bit as entertaining as a 77-68 game, in my opinion. The game's won in the trenches right here.
And I'm excited to see both of these teams late in the season.
1st and 10, Rangers. Handoff going left to Lance, and Reagan's timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
At Thomas J. Henry, our results speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Visit your San Antonio Cadillac dealer today.
Back at the Alamodome. One more chance here for Reagan. Skelly, you coached for 23 years, so you know the math better than me.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:44.
Oh, they just put 2 seconds on. What's the math say here, Andy?
Get a first down.
What, for Smithson Valley, yeah. Reagan should have a chance to get it back if they get a stop, I think.
So right now, hand sweep has been chewing up yardage here.
Sidlick. And back to Lance at running back. DeHoyas has been out there a lot as well on both sides. Rangers going to try to keep it simple. Stay in bounds is one of the keys there. He does.
Again, they're lining up in that two-tight set. Off tackle, and there you see.
They can go under a minute now, Skelly.
Yeah, they're gonna crank it. I mean, they got 2 more downs, so it's like nothing fancy here. Just hand the ball to 3 and let's go.
Guys, a blocked extra point. Think about that. That's what is the difference. And it came after the worst play of the game for Smithson Valley when they allowed a block punt for a touchdown. So that's how quickly Larry Hill's team came back from a mistake.
Yeah, you never know when that play is going to be the one that matters here. Is Larry Hill goes ahead and lets the clock run down, and he's going to call a timeout.
Smithson Valley has elected to take their final timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, they're bleeding it, and well, it's the first game of the season, but that's an impressive thing because it's easy to feel sorry for yourself. You made a mistake, you gave up a touchdown. We didn't do well on that play, but it's the next play. Next play, go to the next play, and Smithson Valley did that at exactly the right time.
Well, and again, let's remind everybody, this is the very first game of the season. Win or lose, you're going to learn from it. It's non-district. It does not hurt anything for the playoffs. You got a lot of kids on the field. You're going to go tomorrow. You're going to watch film. You're going to show it to your kids. You're going to grow from it. You're going to make some personnel decisions, and you're going to show up Monday for practice and getting ready for the guys you're playing next week. And ultimately, when you get to by the time you get to district, you kind of set your roster where you're wanting it. It starts to solidify a little bit. You start gelling offensively, eliminating the penalties, the holdings, and things like that are mental discipline penalties. Both teams are going to be better off for playing in an environment and playing against the quality of team they played against today. I promise you that.
Smithson Valley trying to get one more first down to clinch it. And Lance will do that. And then some. And that'll do it. Smithson Valley can go victory formation for the rest of the game.
He's a dude, I tell you what. He is their bell cow. Doug Lance, big kid, thick kid, powerful kid. BYOB, be your own blocker. Shoulder pads down, get off of me. Great run right there.
Smithson Valley will host Colleen Harker Heights next Friday night, and then a tough road game for Reagan in the final non-district game on the road at the Round Rock Dragons next week. So you will have no time to feel sorry for yourself.
Yeah, we're going to have a procedure penalty here.
Great game, though, guys.
Yes.
It really was.
This fit the bill. Both teams, both coaching staffs, great preparation.
And if you're Lyndon Hamilton, you go back and remind your guys, every play counts, and just an extra point hurt us, and then the field goal.
Number 26.
Yep. And when you're kicking your field goals every day in practice, it matters.
Please set the game clock to 10 seconds.
Yeah,
it'll start on my signal.
You miss you get an extra point blocked, then you miss a field goal. Those two plays, take those away. Reagan wins this game.
Because of the procedure penalty is a 10-second runoff, Bobby, so they went from 20 seconds down to 10.
And they don't have to snap it.
They don't have to snap it. It's over.
So back as a 5A team, Smithson Valley comes in and picks up a non-district win over the Reagan Rattlers, the old Town and Country Bowl. These two rivals got after it, and Smithson Valley wins it 14-13. We'll turn it over to our KSAT friends here after the break. You're watching the KSAT Pigskin Classic presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers on KSAT 12.
Need a new car, but don't have a down payment? Mission Mitsubishi says no problem. We've got 4,500 dealer bonus cash for everyone who buys a new Mitsubishi. Plus no payments for 3 full months. You can drive home a new 2022 Outlander with zero out of pocket, or put the 4,500 cash back in yours. Use it for your down payment, negative equity, or take the cash. An extra 4,500 dealer bonus cash. Trade or no trade when you buy a new Mitsubishi. Mission Mitsubishi on San Pedro, just outside of Loop 410.
Did y'all know there's more to love at Popeyes than chicken? Well, the new Popeyes Hush Puppy Shrimp is here. With 8 pieces of our tender butterfly shrimp covered in a sweet and savory cornmeal crust. Try them now for just $6.
Premium and capable. That's professional grade. New GMC vehicles arriving weekly at your local dealers. Available for immediate delivery with 0% financing.
See your San Antonio area GMC dealers.
What's your daily sip? When you join our subscription at Circle K, you can grab any size coffee or fountain drink daily for just $8.99 a month. Join Sip and Save with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Visit your San Antonio Cadillac dealer today.
Welcome back to the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. Before we get you ready for game two now between the Judson Rockets and the Johnson Jaguars, highlights and post-game interviews now from game one. And welcome back to inside the Alamodome of the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. And what a great first game to have. Smithson Valley edging out the Reagan Rattlers here 14-13. And before we hear from our winning team, at the same time the John Wayne player of the game, after our final score, there's a look at that final score. It went down to the wire. They needed a first down to seal it, and the Rangers do that, just that. Now let's send it over to our David Sears on the field with a game-winning team and the player of the game. Hey, David.
Thank you very much, Greg. We are here with Larry Hill and his victorious Smithson Valley Rangers. First off, Coach, congratulations. Things got a little dicey there in the second quarter, but you came out at halftime and seemed to control the game the way you wanted to.
Well, you know, hats off to Reagan. They have a good football team, and we made some mistakes in the kicking game, penalties and block kick and such. And but, you know, to play a good team in a setting like this, be behind at half, and we just can't snap a finger and get it back right away. It's going to take some work. Took us the whole second half, but I'm real proud of our guys.
How does this help as the season progresses?
Well, you know, anytime you can get in a situation like this and have to scratch and persevere and win, we got more out of that today than coming up and winning by 40, because this will serve us well moving forward.
Speaking about scratching and clawing and persevering, one of your young fellows over here, man, and the rest of the team too, but there's some guys that really made some big plays for you today.
Yeah, they really did, and I tell you what, before we talk about Dave and our guys, you know, we lost 3 Rangers this year. You know, Jackson Sinney, Cody Fuller, and just a few weeks ago, Parker Taylor. You know, we didn't play for them today because that's corny. That's not what we're at. But I'll tell you what, the pride and tradition and work ethic those guys established carried these guys today, and I'm real proud of those 3. We miss you guys, and Mama had a good seat today, Mom. Had a good look. I miss you every day. Thank you, Dave.
Emotional victory for the Smithson Valley Rangers, and one of the young men who helped bring this victory home right here with Gabe Ferries. Gabe?
You know what? When you talk about Smithson Valley football, this is a team. This is as team-driven program as I've ever seen. Giving a player of the game to a kid from Smithson Valley is one of the hardest things because it's across the board a team effort. Talk about the effort of your teammates today.
Oh, my teammates, they did amazing. We did all our assignments. We all stuck together. We knew we were going to win, and we never backed down.
You know, and one of the greatest compliments you can get ever in your life is when Larry Hill pats you and said, "That's a football player right there." Today, you were a football player on both sides of the football. Talk about your performance tonight.
I mean, I think I did all right, but the guys behind me, they are really the MVP of this game. Without them, I couldn't have done what I've done.
Well, David, congratulations. You're our first John Wayne Service Company player of the game. Put that on, my friend.
Coach, this is the first ever KSAT Pigskin Classic game, and I want to award you the first ever KSAT Pigskin Classic football.
Thank you for doing it. Thanks for having us today. Thank you, David.
All right, congratulations to you and your team. Greg, I never felt so short and small in my life. But I'm protected.
You are very well protected there. Congratulations to Coach Hill. Congratulations to Smithson Valley. A very, as you heard, emotional victory for Coach Hill and his team here with what has happened to them during the offseason. And it is my pleasure to be able to be here and watch such a great game between both teams, Smithson Valley and Reagan, to kick off the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. Now, don't forget, you can vote who you think we will pick as a John Wayne player of the game. Game 2 between the Judson Rockets and the Johnson Jaguars. If you match it, you'll win a pair of tickets to the 2023 San Antonio Gunslingers game. Plus, all voters will be registered for a chance to win the John Wayne Grand Prize at the end of the high school football season, which is a $10,000 home makeover package. All right. You happen to see the game. If not, we're going to bring it all right back to you before we get ready for game 2. And we're going to show you right now how the Smithson Valley Rangers were able to beat the Reagan Rattlers. And we start with, of course, the first quarter. And what a game this was. Smithson Valley is able to draw first blood with 5:29 to go in that first quarter. The reverse to Freddie Dubose, who's able to score from 16 yards out. 7-0 Smithson Valley. That was the score after one. Let's go to the second quarter now. The Rattlers special team strike. Rangers punting deep in their own territory. Giuseppe Sessi comes flying in for the block. Donnie Lawrence is there to fall on the ball in the end zone for the touchdown. That's the way special teams are taught. Rattlers, by the way, line up for the extra point. But watch what happens here. Freddie Dubose comes off the edge, unblocked, and goes right to the extra point, blocking it. The Rangers still have that lead right now, 7-6. The Rattlers strike back again in the second quarter. Running back Carson Green battling back from injuries last season, up the middle, cutting to the sideline for the 54-yard touchdown, and that put the Rattlers back in the lead, 13-7. No scoring in that third quarter, so let's take it to the fourth quarter. As a result, Rangers turn up the defense. Gavin rips the ball out. David DeHoyos, who was the player of the game, right there for the Smithson Valley to regain right there the great defense. And then Chase Senelek runs it in from 1 yard out. Rangers lead 14-13, 9:43 left in the game. They score a first down to seal the victory in the process, and the Smithson Valley Rangers hold off the Reagan Rattlers in the last few seconds, 14-13. So we have a lot more to come for him. This is just the first game of the triple header, and what a great first game it was. So here's a look at the next two games coming up at 3:30. It'll be the Judson Rockets against the Johnson Jaguars. I can tell you both teams are in the house right now as we speak, and the Steel Knights and the Brennan Bears will go out at 7:30 tonight. There are a number of players participating in today's Smithson Valley Reagan clash. You just saw they take their skills perhaps to the next level, even perhaps maybe Division I college football. With more on that, let's hear from our Larry Ramirez.
Ready, go! Let's kick off with Smithson Valley and four-star offensive tackle Colton Thomason. The 6'8", 325-pounder received offers from UTSA, Texas, Oklahoma, TCU, Michigan State, Baylor, and Texas A&M. He fell in love with Gig'em thanks in part to an Aggies football camp where he met head coach Jimbo Fisher. Colton told us he chose the Aggies because that's what felt the most like home to him. Defensively, watch out for linebacker defensive end Gavin Woods. He holds offers from Army, Navy, Sam Houston, and Texas A&M Commerce. Rangers head coach Larry Hill tells us Woods had 17 sacks as a junior, a new school record. Reagan Rattlers defensive end and outside linebacker Caden Wright is committed to Princeton University. Rattlers head coach Lyndon Hamilton says Caden is very explosive off the edge and can disrupt an offensive game plan when he's in the backfield. Offensively, tailback Carson Green holds offers from Northwest Louisiana and Trinity. Carson is a 4-year starter, but last season in Game 1, he broke his leg on his 5th touch of the game, costing him most of his junior season. Coach Hamilton calls Green one of the shiftiest backs he's coached or coached against in all his years.
All right, that has been a great look so far, so you can kind of get a feel of the college prospects they have here. And one of the best things about this particular event, the triple header in the Dome, this is not only being broadcast on KSAT 12, it's being broadcast nationwide, worldwide, if you will, on the web. And for those of you, by the way, tuning in perhaps to see the Little League World Series, that is also being broadcast, streaming right now on KSAT.com. So we don't want you to miss any of the action. It's available here on KSAT Television. It's also available on KSAT.com, especially the Little League World Series, where you can see that going on right now, so you don't miss any of the action here. But so far, the action has been great. Down to the wire, 14-13, Smithson Valley with a huge win. And you know what? That's one game down and 2 more to go here. Now, one of the things that have been brought to our attention here is how difficult this was to bring together because of COVID. This has actually been 2 years in the making. Wanted to do this 2 years ago. That was not possible, but thanks to a lot of folks, this came together. One of those folks in a moment will join us. He's the general manager of the San Antonio Alamodome. One big reason why we're able to hold this event, because keep in mind what the weather is like outside during August, right? Normally it may be over 100 degrees. Today it's more humid than I felt it in a long time. So being inside, a very good approach, if you will, be able to have these kids here playing these conditions so they don't cramp up. And the other thing it provides here for us is a chance maybe for some of these kids to get college scholarships. They get to be seen by a lot of folks that maybe didn't have them on their radar until today, perhaps. And so now they have maybe a second or third chance to get that college scholarship. All right, it's time for us to go to break. When we come back, you'll meet one of the members that helped put this together, the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. We'll be back to the Alamodome right after this.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road. Well-qualified buyers get 2.89% financing on all Silverado pickups. New models are arriving daily. Secure yours today. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Kids don't pick when they'll be sick, but when the unexpected happens, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center is here. Our expert team cares for kids 24/7, 365. Whether it's fever at 5, bone break at 8, or stitches at 6, we treat all of the aches and ailments that come with childhood fun. The Children's Hospital of San Antonio Emergency Center, an ER made just for kids.
I'm Jeff Davis. When you're in a serious accident with a commercial vehicle, the big companies don't just roll over and write you a check. A big accident with a big truck means a big fight. We don't just roll over and take their first offer.
We recently settled a wrongful death case for $5 million as a result of a commercial vehicle accident involving a drunk driver.
So if you've been involved in a big accident with a big truck, stop what you're doing right now and call the Force. Call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
We didn't hire the most punctual plumber by chance. Nay, we were led here by trailblazing helpers so that we may know the satisfaction of a well-snaked drain and the cleanest clog removal.
Finding a mechanic you can trust with your vehicle is easy at O'Brien's Automotive. We back our work with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. We're a AAA-approved facility and certified auto care center. The honest experts that treat you like family. O'Brien's Automotive.
Heavy-duty pulling power to conquer the high road or the off-road. The GMC Sierra Heavy Duty, premium and capable. Sierra Heavy Duty models are arriving weekly at your local GMC dealers. Available for immediate delivery with 0% financing.
Welcome back live to the Alamodome here in San Antonio, Texas for the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. One great game is in the books. Smithson Valley over the Reagan Rattlers, 14-13, and it doesn't stop there. We have 2 more games, but before that can happen, we're going to get you ready for, of course, Justin Rockets and the Johnson Jaguars, which is our game 2 at 3:30. Now, this is all the brainchild of KSAT 12 Vice President and General Manager Phil Lane. Put it together, but as we mentioned earlier, it's been 2 years in the making. Wanted to do this a while back, but because of COVID restrictions, we're unable to do so. But those are now off the books, and now here we are in the Alamodome. But it's been a really big team effort, not just with the Alamodome folks, but also with Stan Lang, who is the athletic director for the Northside Independent School District. And in a moment, you're going to meet one of those people that helped bring this together to make the major announcement back in April the 19th, right here at the Alamodome.
Oh, man, such an exciting event.
It was 2 years in the making.
It's just a great event for San Antonio.
But with the COVID pandemic, the idea of 3 games in one day at one venue would have to wait until now.
It was just too great of an event for us to pass up.
Then finally on April the 19th, flanked by the school's athletic directors, head coaches, and cheer squads, the big announcement was made.
This is going to be the first annual KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022.
The KSAT Pigskin Classic of 2022 features 6 of the most well-known teams in the city and surrounding area competing under one roof, the Alamodome, and a never-before-done 12-hour local television broadcast.
To have these schools put together and come in here and at the Dome, to have this much exposure, have KSAT involved, we're excited about it, excited to be a part of it, hopefully for multiple years.
It's a great event, and, just to be a part of that excitement, you hope to get to some big games later in the year, and anytime, any exposure you can get to that earlier is just going to help you that much better, or that much more later in the year in a bigger stage.
With the help of our broadcast partners, Texas Sports Productions, Northside Athletic Director Stan Lang, and Alamodome Director Steve Zito, they made it happen.
It's all about the kids, the student athletes, the community. Obviously, when we get on the field, we're always going to compete, and so it's going to be a friendly competition. But it's about the community and about the student athletes.
Smithson Valley, Reagan, Johnson, Judson, Steele, and Brennan were all in for their season openers inside in August in Texas.
It'll be nice because usually it's about mid-90s, upper 90s during that day, so it'll be nice to come down to the Dome and experience the air conditioning.
And it's not just about the players and coaching staffs of these 6 powerhouses. It's also about their bands, dance teams, cheer, and pep squads. Have you ever been involved in anything like this outside of the playoffs?
No, sir. First-time event for me as a coach. What a great event for these young men and women. You know, not just our football team, but, you know, the whole Reagan community, the band, the cheer, the dance, the whole piece. What a great way to kick off the 2022 season. So we're excited.
One of the most important aspects of this mega event is the $48,000 in scholarships being awarded to deserving students of all 6 schools involved. All of this, the brainchild of KSAT 12 Vice President and General Manager Phil Lane.
We're going to provide a total of $48,000 in academic and fine arts scholarships to students of the participating schools.
With all that, there's only one thing left to do.
Before you know it, it's going to be time to play ball. And so thank you, everybody. Appreciate it very much. Thanks to the Alamodome. So.
Presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. And join us now, the general manager of the San Antonio Alamodome, Mr. Steven Zito. Thank you for being with us today. I appreciate that.
Man, it's an honor. What a great day.
And what a great first game,
Just
right?
Awesome.
And this is a reunion kind of for you and I and for you in the Alamodome as well, right?
Deja vu.
Yep. Because we go back Spurs days in the Alamodome, back when we had the half-curtain days, right?
That's right.
And what do you think now that they're actually coming back for their 50th celebration in January the 13th?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, not only is it their 50th, but it's our 30th next year.
I didn't realize that. That's right, because it opened in 1993, right?
Yeah.
That's incredible. So you get 2 major anniversaries in the process.
Just awesome.
All right, so David Sears is joining me here. He was just off the sideline, so he's, even though it's 72 degrees in here, when you sprint 100 a couple yards, you have the tendency to sweat a little bit. Kind of walk me through how this kind of came about.
Well, you know, Phil came to us with the idea, and Texas football, San Antonio football, man, what a day. You know, 6 top teams. KSAT brought this together. Our team welcomed the challenge. You know, Sunday a week ago, we had motley crew with 45,000 people.
Poison, Joan Jett. Didn't their stage take like 3 or 4 days just to set up the stage?
It did. So getting out of that, cleaning up the mess, and there was a mess.
Mess after the concert, was there?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. So you know, our team, about 30 people, cleaned up, got the floor clean, put in the turf, 45 rows of turf, got this set, and just an awesome day.
And then the other major part you have to go through besides the field is getting all this seating, because you had to push all this seating back for the concert, right?
That's right. So we have a whole different seating crew that came in and did that, and getting the place cleaned up, housekeeping crew, conversion, engineering team. Great team effort. Put us against anybody.
Got it. This has been basically years in the making, but of course the pandemic came along. Did you ever dream that you could actually pull this thing off and get 3 football games in here in one day and have them all broadcast on the air from start to finish?
Never doubt.
Never doubt. I like that.
I mean, honestly, I mean, you know, our motto is one team. Not only working with our team internally, but with our promoter. And KSAT has 130 people here today. It's amazing. And working together as a team, we can accomplish a whole lot of things, and this is one of them.
What's interesting to me is to see how you all work together, not just your team, but our team, Stan Lang's team as well.
Yeah.
And then there is a lot of shuffling to the scheduling, too, because most of these schools already had their schedules set for this coming season. And in order to make these types of matchups happen, all of these teams had to change their schedule to be able to pull this off. And I know for you guys, that's also a bit of a challenge, too, having to figure out what time the games can kick, how long will each game take, how much time do you have to have your staff here in the morning to set it all up, how late do they have to stay to tear it all down?
Yep.
Give me an idea where this ranks on a level of challenge for you. I'm going to say Motley Crue has to be up there, or maybe Rolling Stones somewhere down the line. But when you compare this to something like the Valero Alamo Bowl, how does this compare to some setup like that?
You know, 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean...
Give me a ranking of higher ones that are more difficult.
So back my first days here at the Dome,
right.
We had Spurs game on a Friday night. Then we had Family Values Tour on a Saturday. Then we were given the opportunity to do a George Strait concert on Sunday in the stadium, and then a Spurs game on Monday at 1 o'clock tip. And we did it.
At 1 o'clock tip?
So that was an 11 on a scale to 1 to 10. So...
Well, I got to tell you, as we wrap it up here, just talking to the coaches that were involved in this game and other coaches, they love coming to your Alamodome. They love playing here, and I can only hope that we can continue this partnership on into the future and make it even bigger and better and get a lot more schools in here, because this is an iconic venue, and these kids deserve to be able to come in here and play in such a place that they live right next door to.
Amen. Being a high school athlete coming in here, our business is to create lifelong memories. Here we are. You know, not only for the players, but the cheerleaders, families. We can't wait to do this every year. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on a great job.
It was a great job,
well
fantastic. And more importantly, thank you for your community involvement as well.
You bet.
Thank you
Appreciate
again.
you guys.
All right, when we come back, we have a lot more to go here. We'll be here to about 11:30 tonight if you want to stay with us all day long. And it's all live here from the Alamodome. When we come back, it's all about the sports guys. We want to find out what were the biggest highlights for you in that game 1. Also, we come back, we're going to get you ready for games 2 and 3, and we'll take you on top of the KSAT Insiders Party right above the Alamodome in the press box area. The KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers, continues live from downtown San Antonio in the Alamodome. Next.
What if you had an AC and heating company that was always there to take your call, never upcharge you for after hours, weekends, or holidays? You can, and we're only a call or click away. Countywide Service Company is San Antonio's longest-running residential HVAC company, and nobody does it better. Call or click today for our complete comfort care evaluation. We'll make sure you stay cool, comfortable, and maintain the best indoor air quality for you and your family. Countywide Service Company, not the biggest, just the best.
Professional, fast and fair.
Welcome to Judson ISD, where Park Village Elementary and Metzger Middle School are rich with innovation. Our blended learning campuses use modern instructional materials to combine small group instruction, online studies, and whole group learning while fostering social, emotional well-being. We ensure our students develop the necessary skills to become successful student leaders. We look forward to educating Judson's future legacy here at Judson ISD.
The 2023 Subaru Crosstrek is as powerful as your sense of adventure. Its 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine makes exploring fun. Sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard. And the Crosstrek has the best resale value in its class for 3 years running. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Maintain the love of your new Subaru with 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Did y'all know there's more to love at Popeyes than chicken? Well, the new Popeyes Hush Puppy Shrimp is here. With 8 pieces of our tender butterfly shrimp covered in a sweet and savory cornmeal crust. Try them now for just $6.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. It's the largest display of hot tubs and swim spas in the region, and everything must go. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the new Braunfels Convention Center. Visit hottubexpo.com. That's hottubexpo.com.
If you don't mean it, it's just words. Well, integrity is basically loyalty to be good when no one is watching, so you should do it because you know it's right.
Y'all, we are pumped and ready to go. We're with the Smithson Valley Rangers. They're going to lead our crowd here in a cheer. But we are ready for game 2 to start soon. Judson's here. They're ready to go. The red is starting to fill up the Alamodome. We're going to send things back to the insider party where they're trying to get as excited as we are here with all of our fans. Woo! Let's go! Good job! You did it!
I'm trying to spot where Lee Waldman was with the crowd there.
Right.
Because if there's anyone that can get them hyped up, it's her. Look, we've been walking around the Alamodome, even playing some games and a chance to win some swag.
Yep.
And then for our KSAT Insiders, we'll remind you it's a completely sold-out event. But if you're here, a lot of fun. This is some of the swag you get. We saw RJ earlier with the foam helmet.
The foam helmet.
Having fun?
Yeah. Oh, it's been a great time up here. We have just wrapped up game 1, and I gotta say, I love the energy that we had up here for this first game because we had fans from both teams.
Exactly.
I think that's what's so cool about it is that in the stands,
You feel
obviously,
the rivalry.
yes, in the stands you have one fan on one side, the other fans on the other. But up here, I mean, they were kind of having a good time with each other, being able to kind of go a little back and forth. We got terrible towel, baby. Let's go. We're excited. The VIP KSAT Insider Party.
And we got to speak to one of the fans from Smithson Valley. His name is Ed Padilla, and I asked him, hey, you seem like a huge fan. Do you have a student on the field? And he's like, no, I'm just here to support my daughter, who's a senior, and all her friends that we saw grow up. So how awesome is that? That's what football's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're wondering, you know what, how do we get up to this insider party? This is a free membership. So all you got to do is go to our website. You just sign up. It's free to do so. And then you get first dibs on events like this one right here. And as Alicia just mentioned, so the 3 insider parties have been sold out for today, which is amazing. We love our fans being able to do that. But there's always more opportunities on the way. We're going to have a lot more of these.
We send you all the details straight to your email, so be sure to head to KSAT.com. Look for the KSAT Insider tab, and you'll find all the information for this event. Just check out the view that you get sitting up here, live from the press box. How fun.
Yeah, so this is usually just set aside for media and whatnot, but here, yeah, you get a great view from the 50-yard line here. As you can see, our photojournalist Sal is kind of going up and down the press box here. Yeah, people got seating. They got a great view. They got a place to put their food. So yeah, we're good to go up here.
All right, we'll send it to SA Live.
great to see already that we've got some Judson Rocket Red over there on the west side of the field, and also Jaguar Blue. Fans are already starting to fill, and it's still almost an hour until game time around here. And that was the situation with the first game, is both sides of this field were packed with fans. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for, the excitement just filled this place.
And I think that's what makes high school football so great, is the excitement of the fans, the kids, their parents, everybody.
And like, for instance, with the Reagan side, it took probably 15 minutes for all of the band, all of the dancers, all of the cheerleaders to move on.
You think everybody was here?
I think everybody in the entire community around each of those schools was here, and there are so many that participate. And, you know, hats off to the parents, too, and all the families that support all of these kids in the football game, the dance, because, you know, they're up early, they're staying late, they're driving them all around to practices and everything like that. That's what I think the best part about it is, everybody coming together and that great team community spirit.
Yes, and such incredible memories being made. And, I mean, you know, because when they get to run out onto this field at this venue, what an incredible feeling for them.
Because we've been in here before when, say, Disney on Ice is here and they cut the dome in half, but to come out here and it's set up in the football configuration and it is just this massive, beautiful building, that's what makes this KSAT Pigskin Classic so great, is that we are here in the dome, a neutral site basically, and, you know, the mystique of playing in the dome.
And of course, we're going to be bringing you all the excitement at halftime, and, you know, we're going to show as much as we can.
Right.
But if you want to continue seeing, say, the band performance, if we're unable to show the entire performance, you can always just scan the QR code that you'll see on your screen at that time and continue to watch.
Right. The other nice thing, we're going to be showing this at halftime already, at halftime of the first game, the 2 scholarship winners from each of the schools, and there will be 2 each from Judson and Johnson at halftime. And that's the other nice thing, these college scholarships that are provided by KSAT. But I'll tell you what, that first game, man, that was a doozy.
What a game! I mean, it doesn't get closer than that when you come down to the end. So, you know, game 2, we're going to see what happens.
All right, Greg Simmons, what do you think? Can game 2 live up to game 1?
All right, great job in that first half. We're looking forward to your commentary in the next 2 games. Thank you both, Fiona and Mike. And as you can see behind us, both teams have arrived. You saw a little bit of a glimpse of the Johnson Jaguars warming up here before their big second game against the Judson Rockets. And in just a moment, we'll be heading in that direction to get you ready for that second game. But before we do that, something very special here. And it has to do with Gary DeLon, a Texas broadcast legend, if you will. But he was probably best known here in the San Antonio area for his sports connections, more specifically high school football. In fact, the home broadcast booth at Comalander Stadium is named after Gary DeLon, and he has helped start many a career. He's best known, though, for his coverage of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy back in 1963. In between, he built that solid career as a sportscaster, and not just on the radio, but for KENS 5 as well, for almost 30 years, using his signature sports coats as his trademark. But you may have missed Gary, who was also a mentor to many people, including myself. And this year we lost Gary, passing at the age of 88. But now, Gary can even help more people, and we'll explain that after this.
The Johnson Jaguars and the Madison Mavericks in the postseason.
There wasn't a Friday night in South Texas that Gary DeLon wasn't in a broadcast booth calling a high school football game.
45, 50 outside, 45, 40, and out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
In fact, this wordsmith did it for over 6 decades. So much so, the home broadcast booth at Comalander Stadium is named after him.
Greg, my motivation was never money, or I wouldn't have stayed in San Antonio. You don't get paid a whole lot of money here. But it was always the love of high school football.
Why do you think you like it so much?
Why did I like it? It's the last bastion of sports purity.
His body of work would lead to his induction into the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame in 2015, becoming only the second media member to be enshrined. But you have to remember his career started out with his most memorable contribution while working for the broadcast news leader in Dallas, KLIF. He was the first to report that President John F. Kennedy had been shot in his downtown motorcade on November 22nd, 1963.
I told the guy, I said, go, bulletin. And so we go on the air, and I don't remember what I said for sure, but we were the first at 12:36:55 in the afternoon. I interrupted a song called The Chiffons, singing I Have a Boyfriend.
It's Jerry DeLong in the KIF newsroom. The police department is still trying to confirm the fact that President Kennedy and Governor John Connally have been wounded.
DeLong had befriended a number of police officials in the city, including Detective James Lavelle, the tall gentleman in the white suit escorting Lee Harvey Oswald in the police department basement after he'd been arrested for the assassination of President Kennedy, when Jack Ruby shocked the world for the second time.
Here he comes, Lee Oswald, the accused assassin.
It wasn't luck that Gary was there. It was preparation.
The shot rang out. The shot has rung out. And Lee Oswald falls. Lee Oswald has just been shot.
Jack was in this cluster. He had a .38, and he had it down his side. And because of the strobe light, it's a lot brighter than this one here, J.R. Lavelle could not see anything from except the waist down. He saw this gun come up. Jack took a step and a half, bam, fired it right in the gut of Oswald, and then that's when chaos broke out. If I hadn't volunteered to go down there that day, they would have never had an inch of tape.
While Gary's legacy is evident, he is also known for mentoring others in our business, including myself. This is my favorite photo of Gary and I. Astrodome, 1978, Churchill playing Houston Stratford in the state high school football playoffs. I'm 22 at the time, Gary is 44. And here's how you can continue to help Gary help others even after his passing. Thank you, Gary, for all you did for me. Thank you, Gary, for all you've done for others. And here's how you can help Gary still help more people. You can make a donation at any Frost Bank location today or when you feel comfortable to do so to help a future journalist with scholarships. Well, before we get you ready here a little bit later on between, of course, Judson and Johnson. In fact, both teams are on the field right now. The Johnson Jaguars right behind me. The Judson Rockets in that far end zone for the second game of our triple header today. The sports guys are up next to tell you what they thought so far of the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
It doesn't matter how big the company is. It doesn't matter what excuses they're making. We'll get you justice. Always remember, Game's law fights.
At 24,000 square feet, America's Diamond in San Antonio is the largest design and manufacturing jewelry store in America. You can buy direct from America's Diamond and get much better quality jewelry for much less money. Everyone gets our very lowest, clearly marked manufacturer's price every day of the year. Watch our television program called Buying Diamonds Intelligently right now at americasdiamond.com. America's Diamond is the official jeweler of the San Antonio Spurs and the University of Texas at San Antonio Athletics.
We know the sacrifices you make for a better, brighter future. We know it's never too late to reach your goals. That's why we're here, with classes and training to help you get there. From no-cost textbooks and loaner laptops to your own personal success team, we create an affordable learning experience that's made for you so you can make the most of your future. Visit alamo.edu to get started.
Need a new car, but don't have a down payment? Mission Mitsubishi says no problem. We've got 4,500 dealer bonus cash for everyone who buys a new Mitsubishi. Plus no payments for 3 full months. You can drive home a new 2022 Outlander with zero out of pocket, or put the 4,500 cash back in yours. Use it for your down payment, negative equity, or take the cash. An extra 4,500 dealer bonus cash, trade or no trade, when you buy a new Mitsubishi. Mission Mitsubishi on San Pedro, just outside of Loop 410.
Do you like going fast? Because I do. Hi, this is Jeb Burton with the John Wayne Service Company number 27 race car. I'm encouraging you to join the Fast Track to the Trades with John Wayne Service Company. Enroll in the John Wayne Academy for technical excellence today and change your life with a career in HVAC, plumbing, or electrical in just 90 days. Get paid to learn a trade. Take it from me. Get on the Fast Track to the Trades and call John Wayne Service Company 293-6700.
From humble beginnings to esteemed personal injury attorney, through it all, Joe A. Gomez remembers his origins. Nothing has changed. Just remember, Gomez Law fights.
Welcome back to the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by the San Antonio area Chevy dealers. And I'm Jen Tobias Chesky, back out here with Daryl Dixon, president of the San Antonio area Chevy Dealers Marketing Association. You can just feel the energy in this Alamodome. Do you have any favorite moments so far?
I do. When Reagan blocks the punt, recovers in the end zone for a touchdown, then Smithson Valley comes right back and blocks the extra point, which ends up being the game winner for them.
Wow, that was so exciting. I can't even wait for the next games, right? All the excitement. Now, Chevy is rolling out this new gorgeous Silverado behind us. Let's talk about some of the safety features.
Yeah, so the new refresh Silverado is equipped with front and rear sensors, which will illuminate in your dash and show the camera to keep you from bumping into an object or backing into an object, as well as front collision control. So if you're approaching a unit too fast, like at a red light, it will vibrate the seats and actually brake the truck for you. Also, automatic illuminating high beam lights. So at night, they will illuminate automatically. You come up to an oncoming car, they will low beam themselves. So really nice features.
So many features, and it's huge, it's gorgeous. Now, how can fans score one of these Silverados?
Well, so you can go to mysachevy.com, pull up any San Antonio area Chevy dealer of your choice, click on their website, and start from there.
That sounds nice and easy. So there's so many amazing kids out here. I mean, we got to see the first game already. Do you have a message for the kids today?
Yes, always stay true to your faith, true to your family, and more importantly, true to yourself.
And do you have, that's great. By the way, I love that. Now, do you have any predictions for this next game?
Well, I'm 1-0 so far, so I'm going to go with Judson on this game.
Judson, all right. And, you know, when coming up, we are actually going to get inside of this vehicle. Before we get in there, can you tell me anything about what else you have in there?
It's a secret.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Okay, he's not giving it away. So stick around again. We will be going inside this gorgeous truck. Now I think it's time to see what kind of fun Adam Caskey is having. Adam?
Jen. We're always having fun. That last game, such a blast, working the sidelines and launching T-shirts up into the crowds. Student sections everywhere. I can hit the press box from here. It was awesome. All right, we've got the Judson fans behind us. Yeah, it's T-shirt time. The Canyon, normally reserved for Fiesta, is now reserved for T-shirts. Landon. All righty, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I've loaded 7 in here at once. 7, whoosh, and then they just scatter out. It's beautiful. It's so much fun. So we're having a good time working the sidelines here. I like to consider myself KSAT's CFO, Chief Fun Officer. We're having a good time. Back to you guys at the desk.
I think you well deserve that promotion, Chief Fun Officer. Thank you, Adam. And I'm waiting for him to fire it up so high. The very tall upper level is screened off. I want him to bounce it off the screen and into somebody's popcorn to see if you can make that happen.
He's going to have to be a good shot to hit that.
I think he could do that. I think he could do it. He pumped the Canyoni up, so I think he's ready to go.
Better be a nice T-shirt, though.
It wouldn't be probably butter covered, right? All right, it's time now for the Sports Guys coming to you live from the Alamodome, the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. You can see bands are arriving now, getting ready for the Johnson Jaguars and, of course, the Judson Rockets lined up on the other end so far. And let's talk about that Smithson Valley victory first of all in Sports Guys. 14-13, Rangers win it. Tight at the end, had to score a first down, and I really was impressed with the debut of Freddie DeBose there as the new Smithson Valley Ranger. I believe he was a transfer from Clemens in the process, but he did such a fantastic job, and not just on offense where they love to run that reverse.
Yeah.
They did that twice. One was for a touchdown, but also he did such a great job on special teams.
Special teams are usually one of the things that kind of lag at the very beginning of the season because kids may not remember that they're on special teams.
Right.
And it's like, oh,
by the
I'm
way,
supposed to be out there. Yeah, hey, 47, get out there. You're on special teams. But the special teams dominated the game. I mean, there were some big plays outside of special teams today, but I thought special teams on both sides dominated the game. When's the last time you saw a 73-yard punt?
That was pretty amazing.
That was amazing.
I know there's no wind factor inside here, but it got the roll and it got the height, it got the distance. That was pretty good.
I said it earlier. I said, I don't know if you can say this, but those are some of the prettiest punts I've ever seen because they spiral up and they turn over and they're going 60 yards in the air and then bouncing down the field. And that's some great stuff. And then you had a blocked punt.
Sure did.
You had a blocked
extra point.
Right. So I mean, it was like all special teams today.
Generally, in the first game of the season, the defense is normally ahead of the offense. I thought everybody played pretty well. Both teams looked mid-season form. So a credit to all of them, and to be able to play in the Alamodome. I know Reagan had to make a major adjustment in their schedule, and so did Smithson Valley. So we thank them for doing that so they could be our first game. And you know what? It lived up to the billing. Now I want to get something a little bit more personal here. And when you were involved in the post-game ceremony for Smithson Valley, that's the most emotional I have ever seen Larry Hill. And he told us why then and there, but it's still seeing his team support him and the way they did, and it really left him speechless, didn't it?
It did, and the first thing he said to me when we went out there, I said, I've got a football that we're going to award you for the win today, and he said, you're not giving it to me, you're giving it to my team. I said, okay, wow. And he said, I want my whole team around me, and I think the team felt what he felt. I think the team had the emotion that he had. That they knew what he was going through, right. And they wanted to be around him. So I was kind of a special moment. I mean, it was different, something for me to be involved in that, and it was kind of I don't know, it set me back a little bit.
Well, it made you emotional as well because we've both known Larry Hill for the 30 years he's been the head coach of Smithson Valley, and as I said earlier, I don't think I've ever seen him that emotional. No. He's a very no-nonsense type of a coach. He likes to cut to the chase.
Well, you heard him at halftime. That was one of those no-nonsense answers at halftime.
Exactly. So you understand where he's coming from. I get it. And he even made the remark, remember, about the rivalry factor, where he said that we don't believe in rivalries. We believe in the next game. When I brought up the town and country rivalry, not very pleased with the fact that it was called a rivalry. He wants it just to be the next game. Speaking of which, we're getting ready for this. And real quick, let me touch on this thing. The reason he wanted to play at 11:30, he's home. His team is home. They're off their feet. They're resting for next week. Right. And that's why he wanted this 11:30 game, so his coaches could go back and start watching some film and get ready and don't have to stay up till 3 a.m. watching film, so they can prepare for next week. So they're out of here. They're on their way home, and here's Johnson and Judson getting ready for game 2, and we're pumped up about this one, too. Let's talk about this game now because this is an intriguing game as well here because of Judson and Johnson. It's no secret to the fact Mark Soto was the head coach at Johnson. He was there for 2 years, did a great job. But now, when the job opening became available at Judson, which is his alma mater, where he not only played but was an assistant coach, he decided to seize that opportunity. As a result, as he's watching the Johnson Jaguars warm up, his defensive coordinator, T.P. Miller, was promoted to head coach, and now the two square off in their very first game, not as friends anymore, so to speak, on the football field, but now as foes. And you know the players are aware of this. And keep in mind also, Judson is coming off a very bad season as far as Rockets are concerned because they're used to making the playoffs. They're used to winning the district. They're used to going far in the postseason. That was not the case this year. So it is a rebound season for the Rockets, and for the Johnson Jaguars is for them to show that they can move on after Soto.
Well, the thing about Judson is you never see a football coach in high school get fired midseason.
No.
That's how big football is in that Judson community. That's how it is important, how important it is to those guys out there in Judson. And so you got to wonder what emotions he's feeling coming out on this field, being on the other side. But you know what? Judson wanted him. I mean, look what he did at Johnson. Why wouldn't you want that guy, and why wouldn't you want to go to your alma mater? So it's just one of those things where I think everything fit and it was time for him to go over there because they wanted him, and he's a winning coach, and it's like to get that program back right.
Well, we hope we gave you a little insight into our Game 2 coming up here at 3:30 in the Alamodome, and that does it for the Sports Guys. Here we go, the first game of the first week of the 2022 high school football season kicked off tonight in Ferris Stadium where the MacArthur Bramas, first year in 5A, taking on the Marshall Rams. We'll have all your previews on and online, and every week, as far as the highlights are concerned, post-game interviews, our 12 top 12 rankings, the best plays each week on each Sunday on Instant Replay, and much more. This is only a small part of what you see all season long. We'll have your area volleyball games covered, plus student athletes honored every Sunday on Instant Replay as our Scholar Athlete of the Week, presented by Christian Santa Rosa Children's Hospital. Instant Replay has it all covered, including the Cowboys, Texans, Longhorns, Aggies, UTSA Roadrunners, and much, much more. Don't miss Instant Replay every Sunday live starting at 11, right after the night beat.
And when we come back, Judson fans, Jaguar fans are making their way into the stadium. The Jaguars are here. They're on the field. The Rockets are here. They're on the field. They're ready to get Game 2 underway. In just about a half hour, we will kick off the second game of the KSAT Pigskin Classic 2022, presented by your San Antonio area Chevy dealers. More on a preview coming up next.
Being a teen ambassador lets me speak up for teens who might not have a voice and be able to connect with other teens around the city.
Get your trade on, San Antonio, at Northside Chevrolet. We've got cash for cars. That's right, trade in your current vehicle for a brand new Chevy or sell us your car for cash. Either way, you get them back. 0% financing on fuel-efficient 22 Equinox or drive one home for just $239 a month. Special 2.89 financing on new 22 Silverado 1500 and 2500. Traverse, Camaro, and Trailblazer. Get your trade on. Cash for cars is back.
Northside Chevrolet won't be beat.
Create the home of your dreams and enjoy the biggest savings during the Living Spaces Labor Day event. The latest styles are waiting, and free next-day shipping brings them to you fast. It's time to refresh your living room, elevate your dining room, make over your bedroom, and bring personality everywhere. Plus, get special financing for 60 months on any purchase with your good credit. Celebrate the start of a new season only at the Living Spaces Labor Day event.
Living Spaces.
Now open in Cibolo.
I'm Danny, HEB Warehouse Team Leader. We move quickly to get products from our warehouses to our stores. Working hard for Texas is what HEB is all about.
I'm Sean Tall, HEB Produce Partner. We bring super fresh produce to Texas tables because HEB believes Texans deserve the best.
I'm Michelle, HEB Principal Software Engineer. We build software that helps people shop whenever or wherever they want.
Each and every person counts at HEB.
Because here,
people matter.
Join HEB and be part of something as big as Texas.
Judson ISD encourages creative learning and welcomes your students at 2 of our innovative elementary campuses. Franz Leadership Academy offers project-based lessons fostering critical thinking skills. At the Fine Arts Academy at Olympia Elementary School, art and music instruction promotes imaginative problem solving. Both campuses offer high-quality programs preparing your students for future successes. Register your child today here at Judson ISD.
Being a teen ambassador gives me a push to be a better leader of my community, and it makes me happy to be of service to someone.